All
right, so it's not live yet. All right, so oof.
There's two people waiting. Oh, there we
I
go.
think it starts up, no, like that
It's
countdown over.
I got it right now. It's doing the little circle. Yeah, we're live now.
All right, what's up, beautiful people? How you doing? What's up, Lou? I'm here with LouRokTV, coming at you live. My first live stream, popping my cherry. I'm just trying to have a little warm up session to the Nationals. I know a lot of people are looking forward to the Nationals. This is going to be my first time, not a first time to a show, but a first time to the Nationals. So I'm just trying to warm up to it, have some fun. I'm probably going to try to have some guests later on. But right now, I got Lou Rock. You want to say what's up to everyone?
What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to Elite Hunters. Oh, with the little flip.
So, what's up, Lou? You got any new pickups the last week or two?
Yes. So I went to my first card show with my mini me, and it was a local show, and I was just doing errands and realized it was around the corner. It was really not that far from what I was doing, so I used that as an excuse to, show her another side to the hobby.
Right, right.
And it kind of, I don't want to say it backfired because I love the experience, but it's the shortest I ever been at a card show.
Really?
I was probably there an hour.
An hour.
Yeah, because I promised her a happy meal. I promised her a happy meal after. I'm like, oh baby, we're all done, just done together. We're gonna get a happy meal. So she's super excited. She's 6. And within 5 minutes, Daddy, I'm hungry. Daddy. I was like, I haven't even got. I'm talking to the first table too was I have his business card. Old school cat, Cuban. All he collects is Hispanics. But
Wow.
he had a whole bunch of Spanish old cards, and he had a pristine. He had like 10 bazooka boxes, pristine. But I asked him, "You have any of those bazookas with panels of Clemente?" He's like, "I sure do." And he showed one. I think they were. What year did he say it was? 60. I think he said 68, and it was $500. If I had 500 in my pocket, I would have done it. I mean, it was so clean.
Wow.
And he showed me a poster, but that was my first table. I mean, literally the first table, and all I brought was 100 because I was like, it's gonna be the first show. I just want to look around, maybe hit a couple value boxes, and it was a team poster. I want to say it was 67 or 69. Those stick in my head, and he gave me, he's like, I had the jersey on. He's like, for you, $40. I think he had a $60 tag on it. But he saw me with my daughter. I had the Clemente jersey. I was asking about the bazooka panels. So he knew I was a fan, not a flipper. And I was like, this is the first table. And I rarely try to spend at the first table. So I was going to do a loop, which I'm glad I did because like 3 tables later, I found a vintage table, and the guy had those 2 Salada coins that I'm in love with. And the reason I jumped on this is the 63, real
That's
clean.
gorgeous. Gorgeous.
I always see him chip, and that was so clean. But this one is what piqued my interest. I always see them in orange or red, orange reddish. Rude always say they're usually orange. I told him red, but I've never seen them in blue, which is a little bit rarer. But I have seen a black one. That's why I was like, I seen a black one. I know that's harder to get. Apparently, the blacks, according to my boy Rue, is pretty rare. The blue
Really?
ones are rare, but not as difficult. But I've been on eBay because now I want all the colors. That's the
Really?
problem with us collectors. I always wanted the Solana coins, but now that I know there's various colors, I want those colors.
Right.
And I haven't found another blue one. And the red ones are fairly easy to pick up, but I got these both. I gotta wait for a show because These were both. I got these both for $95.
Okay.
The red or the orange is $100 all day on eBay for the one coin. So I'm like, oh, I can't. The old school collector in me wants the deal and the cheaper price.
Right, right, right.
So that's where we're at with that. But I have noticed that these shows, again, the collector in me, people are freaking out about these prices.
Right.
And I have noticed that the dealers are willing to, dance a little bit, do the negotiations, which I'm in love with. I love it. Because 3 months ago, they just look at you like, I'm sorry, I'm not budging, but,
Yeah.
you know, you can walk away from the table 5 minutes from now, someone's going to pay sticker. I'm like, come on.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And, like, for example, I have a couple eBay gift cards for my birthday from April, which usually is gone the following week.
Right.
But the prices were so high, and I'm trying to get some nice stuff. I want like a 57 Robinson. I want the 58 Cepeda. Maybe I bundle a couple of my eBay cards and get like a Bowman Chrome trout, little trouty trout, go fishing, which is only the real, modern card I want.
Right.
But I I noticed because I was going to jump on a Miggy 2000 Topps Traded rookie.
Okay.
And I've been following it the last couple of months, and I had 3 on my watch list, and they were all ending about the same time. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to jump on this. This is going to hit around $90, $80. And I've been seeing them north of 100 for like the past 6 months.
Right.
Kind of like Pool Host. The 2001 Pool Host has been north of 150 for a long time.
Right.
And with like 20 minutes left, I'm seeing these suckers around $60. I'm like, there's no way. And they all ended around 70, 80, 70. I'm like, man, I'm loving this dip. Mind you, I didn't buy it because I'm like, this is just the beginning.
Right.
I could if I wait another month, I might get this Miggy rookie for $50.
No, no, no. It's not happening. Especially he's close to hitting 500 home runs. He's only, 6 away?
Well, you and me know that. But these kids who are right now, I'm not buying Trey Young. I can tell you that because my man's in the playoff, even though he's hurt. Right. But that's what they're looking at. These. I'm not saying all, and especially not collectors.
Right.
But the new money doesn't look at that. Pujols was hot. Ichiro has gotten a uptick because of Pujols being in the pretty much same year, same set. But even the 2001 Topps with Pujols and Ichiro, that card went crazy for a little bit, and now that card you could get it for around 150. And a couple months ago, you couldn't even think about that. So
I got something I want to show you since we were on that. Give me 1 second.
Oh, great! You're gonna make me jealous. Hey, I can't forget about the chat. Placata. What's up, homie? Think blue. I got to tell James. Hey,
all right.
I just want to tell you too. We got to pay attention to this chat. I'm real bad about paying attention to the chat because I'll just get into these conversations. So right. Say what's up to my boy Vintage. Think blue. Placata. Just telling you.
I'm typing to them right now. All right. So, since we're on the topic of Miggy,
I almost bought that card for $150.
Somebody asked me in one of my videos, why does it say late edition? Do you know why?
Wait, that's not the Pujols. You got the Miggy, bro.
Oh, the Miggy. No, but with this one, oh, damn. I got confused with my stars.
I know what you're talking about, homie. The late edition.
The late edition.
Yeah, Pujols wasn't in the original set. Ichiro was.
Right.
And they realized that they messed that up. So they put the late edition. It's not an actual Topps Chrome card. It's all foiled. Ain't that?
Exactly. So
yeah.
You know.
It's a fugazi.
It's not a fugazi. Watch your mouth. Bro. Watch your mouth. It's not a fugazi.
Yeah. So, but knowing the history, I still kind of want it. But the late edition does bother me.
So some people want the traded version because it's all chrome.
Yeah.
But there's no real difference in value. And if you look them both up, they're both. This one was actually the first Pujols that came out, and then the traded one has this one, and then it has the shared one with Ichiro.
Yeah.
And it was because Ichiro was supposed to be this card until they had issues and they swapped them out real quick last second.
And Ichiro, but you got to remember, Ichiro was already a rock star. Kind of like, when he
Yeah.
came over. So he was going to be the man in any set. But I ripped this when I was a kid. I was in college. And then my wife got me this one for my birthday. She's a keeper. So now, I mean, I would like the Chromes, but I think the next card I'm going to get is the Ichiro Pujols, just to have the little family together. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, the late edition is cool, but man. And then I started looking at like the Bowman refractors.
Right.
Yeah, I'm just going to be looking.
So I see one of my comments right now is asking NY Yanks fan 7. He's asking any investment tips. Do you have any investment tips?
I'm the worst one to ask this because I'm a collector. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I just told my man, kind of missed it. I'm kind of happy about this little dip. Shit, the market crashed for all I care because I've been hit for the long haul. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The only one that's going to benefit is Bob, Mini-Me. She could care less that my damn Magic Jordan, my Magic Bird rookie card is 5Gs 6 months ago. Now it's about 3,500.
Right.
PSA 7. Like, don't get me wrong. I want my stuff to be valuable. But when I buy it, I want it low. So I can tell you guys, I'm looking to buy, Miguel Cabrera, always looking for Miggy. Ichiro is still undervalued. You can argue, his career is on par with Pujols. I mean, AL MVP, Rookie of the Year. My man, almost 4,000 hits. It's crazy. I mean, MLB hits. It's just crazy, his accomplishments. And you add the international factor to it, even though Pujols is Dominican and all that. I mean, my man's got the whole globe wanting him. He's Japanese, and that, to me, extends his value. And at one time, Pujols, his stuff was like 2x compared to Ichiro, and that was bananas to me, even though I love Pujols. But, yeah, I mean, Ichiro's so undervalued. Miguel is undervalued. Manny Machado is undervalued. It's just bananas. Bryce Harper.
Mookie Betts?
The age he's at, was he 28, 29? And the numbers he's projected, by the end of the day, it's going to be bananas. So that's just me. So investment, no. Guys I would like to buy because they're low, those are the guys.
I personally jumped into the hobby when I got back in, and I went hard for vintage. And the reason why is it's not as volatile as modern cards. And when I decided to spend 1,000, 2,000 into cards, I just didn't want to take the risk factor of putting it into modern players. Like, for example, I bought Gleyber Torres, Bowman first auto for about $250, and at the time, that was his first year. It was a decent price tag for a player like that, but it goes up to 500 his second year, and now it's back down to like 250. So the volatility in some of these players, as well as they can perform, look at Juan Soto right now. He's a little bit low. I have his 10, and it's back down to what I paid for it last year. So the volatility, sometimes I feel like it's tough, a bitter pill to swallow. But with vintage, it's a slower progress, but it's a steady incline where it just keeps slowly but surely going up, because you don't have to worry about the ebbs and flows of their careers, and their stories have been written.
Yeah, I feel you. I mean, if you want to compare it to investments and stocks, you got your low risk and you got your high risk. And these young cats, I mean, they get hurt and their cards start to hurt. I'm like, the guy is legit injured. Like when Tatis injured his shoulder, like separate it. Yeah, bro.
Buy 52 mantles, says Rick.
Yeah, buy 52 mantles. Yeah, let me go down the street and get one. Let me go down the street.
This was they had it in a garage sale, and I found this in the 53 all at one shot. Haggled with him a little bit.
It was in a shoebox.
I was like, you don't know what you have here. You have like a $200 card here. I'll give you 100 for it.
It's like when I met your boy Steve at the card show, and they had that Cap Anson. I found that in a value box.
Wow. So let me ask you a question. When you go to like a show, because we're all going to the national, some of us.
Not all of us.
But I'm saying when you go to a show, do
Okay.
you have like a strict budget, or when you see a lot of things there that maybe you wanted, do you break off that budget and just say the hell with it? I don't know if I'll find this card again.
It is very. I have a budget. You gotta have a budget. I got 3 kids. I always have a budget. Very rarely do I go off script, unless it's like a birthday or like Father's Day. That way I can explain it to the wife why I went off script. But I'm usually pretty good with my budget. However, it is so different from a show to show. You know, some days I'm just in the value box all day, because nothing in the showcase, especially a couple months ago when prices were so freaking high. I mean, every rookie, dealers not negotiating, everything was just so absurd that I'm a guy who likes to buy. Sticker is not in my vocabulary. I don't pay sticker for nothing. It could be a dang 58 Cepeda for $50. That's a great price. But I'm going to still cut him at the knees and be like, would you take 30 for that? Because he wants 50. I'm good with 50. But if I could save money on that card, I got 20 spending somewhere else.
Exactly.
I'm always going to do that. Now, there are times, like at the last show, I hit my friends, and I have friends who are dealers. I like hitting their tables first because, 1, I get the homeboy discount. Always got to go for the homeboy discount.
Friends and family.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then 2, if I'm going to spend money, I'd rather give the money to my people, my friends, because, you know, this is what they make a living on. So if I'm going to spend money, I'm gonna spend at their table. So my homeboy, hey, Lou, I know you just need oddball Clemente stuff. He knows I got the run, so he doesn't even mess with like his base cards. And he showed me the 1970 Milton Bradley PSA 5. I'm like, yo, I need that. And he said 40. He had a sticker of 50. He just gave me 40. I'm like, all right, I'll take that. I didn't negotiate because you knew if he told me 50, I was going to say 35. So he just said 40. Let's skip the dance because you're going to say 35. I say 45. We'll be in the middle. It's 40. I'm like, yeah, okay. So I gave him the 40. That was the first table. I went to the second table and saw the All-Star Mickey Mantle. I blew up my budget right there. 2 tables. Blew up my budget. Luckily, I was with friends. I was with Mr. Fisher Bike and Sticks and Seams, so I was able to BS the rest of the show. And since I drove, Fisher Bike spotted me a couple dollars to pick up like an Allen Iverson rookie card. So it's always good to go with your homies, your friends, because they usually have cash. And if you drive, they take care of you.
They'll give you a little gas money.
That's it, man.
That gas money turns into a Cepeda or something.
That's it.
Wow. Well, me personally, I have a list in mind. I'm trying to check off, you know, players or key cards. And sometimes it's not their rookie cards. Sometimes, like, I'm working on an MVP collection. So
Triple Crown.
It'll be the year they either won the MVP, or sometimes I just like certain cards because of the way they look. Like, for instance, card like this, timeless.
That's beautiful.
Timeless. You can't get better than a card like this of Roy Campanella. It's a timeless card. So
catcher's cards are the best.
Right. Pee Wee Reese 53. That's timeless. So it could be a rookie, a key card for a collection, or something that just looks gorgeous and makes me feel good when I look at it. That's what I want. I want to feel pride in whatever I pick up. So like that, I don't feel miffed that damn, why did I buy that? Did I get impulsive? What was the reason? So I just want to feel good about whatever I pick up. And like you said, I try to haggle. I try to have an idea also what things are going for. And just try to get in. Oh, it looks like we got a guest. A guest. You ready for this one?
Village cards. I want the Bowman Crown, Bowman Chrome Trout.
What's up, Cesario from the barrio? I get to do this now on my channel. For your What's up? How you doing, man? We're talking, going to shows, and we're trying to tell each other our experiences, how we go about picking up cards, handling our money. How do you handle your money? Do you have a budget when you go to these shows, Pepino?
Man, I live paycheck to paycheck. So what I got in my pocket, I mean, whatever I have left after I pay my rent, pay my bills, feed my 20-year-old kids. That's what I'm spending.
20-year-old kids.
They don't leave the house. I was looking forward to it.
Man, my kids are like what, 22, 23, and 27.
That's no longer kids.
Exactly.
You gotta stop that.
It's like my wife. They'll always be my babies. Every time my son has a birthday, I count down. I'm like, you got 3 years left, homie. 3 years.
My son is 17, and I'm like one last year of high school, and I'm a free man. I'm gonna go do me.
I clearly remember my son when he was like 16 and 17. I can't wait till I'm 18. I'm out of here. 10 years later.
The real world is scary.
Yeah. Well, no, yeah. I mean, it's a trip. Like I remember when he got his first job and he got paid, and he's like, I'm gonna go buy myself like 4 or 5 Levi pants, and he came back with like one. He's like, I didn't know they were that expensive.
The reality just sunk in. It's like, ooh,
yeah,
it's gonna be peanut butter and jelly.
My son is about to get his permit, so he's gonna embark on insurance, having to pay for insurance, gas, all of these things. When friends want him to go pick him up, and all that time that goes into driving everywhere, so he's gonna get a rude awakening when it comes to driving.
Yeah, you know what's a trip. Like I remember being happy when my son got his driver's license. Like, all right, now you could drive me when I'm drunk. Take me places. But this place Frankenson's where I go, where I usually that was my number one spot to buy cards at before. My son and my daughter used to go with me all the time because they also sell Funko Pops, comic books. He was really into comic books. But anime and stuff like that, and Pokemon, Magic, they have everything. And my kids used to go with me like every Saturday. They used to go with me every Saturday. And the first time he got his driver's license, and I was like, all right, you're driving today, and like we'd been there like 50 times. He didn't know how to get there.
Oh my God.
Because he was always looking at his phone. You know what I mean? Every time we went, he was looking at his phone. He didn't know how to get there, even though we'd been there like 100 times.
That's sad. It is what it is. My son's going through the same thing. He doesn't know how to get to his mom's house from my house. He doesn't know.
Man, you want to see a kid confused? Give him a map. These kids, unless Siri's telling them what's up, they don't know how to read a map. They don't know where they're going. They don't know no phone numbers. It blows my kids' minds. But I used to tell them, I'm like, I knew like 8 to 10 phone numbers like that. And now I know mine, my wife, and one of my kids. That's it.
Oh my God. Yeah,
These
no.
smartphones made us dumb.
I was trying to look at the chat. I can't get the comments, so I messed around and took myself off.
I got the computer going. That's how I got the old setup.
Caesar, I want you to answer one real hardcore question. How long you been on YouTube, first off?
I've been making videos for 4 years, but I watched. Yeah, and I watched. Yeah, I guess you can say,
So the question I have is, I had a lot of people going through burnout. I had like 2 instances of burnout. How have you kept up for 4 years? I don't know if you've had any breaks or anything, but how have you kept up the content, the passion, the drive to just keep going at it? And I always find it, I admire it. I should say it's a proper word, that you plugged it along for like 4 years. How'd you do it?
It changes. You know what I mean? Like if you go watch my first videos I used to do, like my first few months, I was all when I first got back into the hobby from my hobby break, I was just into vintage. I was like, wow, I can finally buy all these cards I wanted as a kid. And I was pretty much strictly vintage. And I remember it only took like a couple, like a month or two before like I showed all my vintage I have, like, what else do I do now? You know what I mean? And then little by little, you gotta evolve. Like I did one video like showing my wearing a wrestling match, and all kinds of people were like, "Oh, that was awesome," you know, and kind of egged me on. I was like, "All right, now I'm gonna wear a wig. Now I'm gonna do this," you know. And there was a time where my channel was like pretty wild, you know what I mean, like really wild. And then that gets old, you know what I mean. And then I started. So it changes. Like you have to change. And I said this in one of my videos not too long ago. It's like that's why I like to make video responses, because sometimes I get like, I don't know what to do right now, but a video response will give you an idea. Hey, show these cards. Hey, show these cards. Even from people, I'll make a response for videos of people that I don't even watch. Like if I see, just to give an example, if I see like the MP Fox Boys make a video response from somebody I don't know, it's like, oh, I'll do the same thing. And this way, it's not so much that I'm trying to win, but I'm just trying to make content, and you're automatically giving somebody else a shout out to, hey, maybe somebody will check them out. You know what I mean? I'm not the type of person that tells people, hey, you should subscribe to this guy. Hey, subscribe to this guy. But I'll just say, hey, check them out. You know what I mean? If you like them, subscribe to them, you know, and if you don't, give them a chance. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's like, you have to change, you know what I mean? Because things, you do go through burnout. Like I felt burnout before, but then you might make some, you know, go a different direction and just change it up. You know what I mean?
Right. How about you, Lou? You ever went through burnout and then you had to push through and switch it up or take a break?
I want to say burnout because I just be me. You know, it's not like I put on a show. You know, I'm pretty laid back with it. But I felt like I had to put content out. Like if I went like a week without content, I'm like, oh man, maybe I'm doing this wrong. But then I realized, no one wants to see me rip like it very early on. Like I was ripping Heritage. Like no one cares that I rip Heritage unless Bob is on there. But
Right.
like lately, work's been crazy. The kids are in all kinds of summer stuff, and I've been averaging about one a week lately, and my channel's still growing, and I think the content's better. So I think in this aspect, I think quality over quantity, even though I think some of the bigger channels just put content just so they have hits on everything. So they put something out every day, but someone with like a small channel like me, I think weekly, twice a week is healthy and pretty good. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm not acting. I'm not like producing. So I'm just a dude with a camera. That's it. I put it on, talk about baseball cards. Like you call me up. It's like, oh dang, 40 minutes to an hour just passed. And what we do? Talk cards. Same thing. Just like now. We're just talking cards. I could do that all day.
Right.
So I don't get too much.
Yeah. Touching on that, what you said, like I'm not producing, you know what I mean? Like I get asked a lot, like, hey, like, do you have how do you write your scripts? Like, how do you do? I was like, I don't have scripts, you know. It's like, but one of the things, like recently, like now, I don't do as many videos anymore with my wigs and my costumes because literally I used to have all those I have two giant bags full of wigs and costumes. I mean, two giant, huge bags. and I used to have them in here in my card room, but they got so big, and then I built that shelf, and it's like now I don't have room for that bag, so they're not in here anymore. You know what I mean? So so whenever I would open up a mail day, you know, I press pause. Like a lot of people say, how do you edit your videos? Like I don't have an editing. All I do is press pause. So like, you know, I'll open up a card and like, oh yeah, I got this. I'll press pause and then I'll run into my bag, get a wig, woo! You know what I mean? Pause it, go get a costume, put it on real quick. Like yeah, you know what I mean? It's all spontaneous. But since I took those two bags out of my room, they're not in here no more. You know what I mean? So that's just
it.
why I don't show them as much anymore. So like my stuff has changed. You know what I mean?
Right,
But
right.
I mean, before at my old house where I used to rent, I really didn't have room for them, and I used to keep them in my car. And you know, until one day my wife was like, "Hey, you know, like if you're ever pulled over by the cops, what are they gonna say about all these wigs and masks you have in your car?" You know what I mean?
No, freaking dig it.
Pepino man's gonna be making his video from behind bars now. So I'm sorry, Lou. I'm gonna ask this to Caesar. But when you go to the Nationals,
No.
sorry, Lou. When you go to when we're at the Nationals, I should say, who you looking forward to meeting? Is there like a YouTuber you looking forward to meeting?
Um,
It
you know
was me. I
what?
broke his heart. No.
You know what? I do look forward to meeting Spidey,
Araña.
Aranya Boys.
Scotty.
You know, but dude, like probably not anymore. But when I first started watching YouTube, like 7 years ago, like I was watching YouTube for a long time, but I used to watch it on my son's PlayStation. So I couldn't comment. You know what I mean? I would just watch videos. One of the guys that I used to watch a lot, that I watched like all his videos, were like Tan Man fan. I don't know if you know who that is. He's a Jose Canseco super collector. Radicards, some guy Radicards. You know, like say 7 years ago, the
Oh,
guys that were like huge, they really don't make videos anymore like they used to. You know what I mean? But at the time, those guys were like huge, and I was like, I remember seeing Radicards at the last national I was at in Chicago, and I got starstruck. Like, oh, I want to go say hi, and I was too shy. I was too embarrassed.
you
And
shy,
You were a
I was
groupie.
watching. I was almost like
you
stalking. I was
shy.
like, oh man, he's so cool, man.
You were a groupie.
Yeah, man. Really,
Starstruck.
I did get starstruck, and I didn't get the courage to go up and say hi to him. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, YouTube itself has changed. Like the videos I used to watch 7 years ago, almost none of those guys are on anymore. You know what I mean? So
That's a good
you
one.
have one of those things about like burnout. You have to keep watching new people. You know what I mean? I've seen the phases. Like when I first started, it was a group called Hall of Gamers. They were like the biggest thing on YouTube. They were an awesome group. Oh, I want to be in that group. Then we started the Card Family for Life. Everybody wanted to be in that, and then they kind of shied away. And then the Card Crew came in, and I was like, oh, wow, you know, and like it keeps changing, but everybody burns out. You know what I mean? Because you stick with the group, and then some of those people start dropping out, and like you get burnout. Like you know, oh, my friends are gone. It's like there's new people all the time. You got to keep with the new people,
You
new
gotta
content.
evolve. You gotta
Yeah,
evolve.
and you really shouldn't care too much about views, you know, and stuff like that, because that causes burnout. I've seen a lot of people that do the same videos like pretty much over and over, so their views start kind of dropping. You know what I mean? Because it's the same thing, and then they get burnout. Like, oh, nobody cares anymore.
No
Like, you know,
variety.
and
It's
yeah, they
always
stop making videos just because of that. I mean, even YouTube itself, you go through phases. Like I've been through phases where I get 500 views like on a daily, and then I'll go through phases where I only get like barely get 100 views. You know what I mean? It's just like it happens. Try not to care. You know what I mean?
or sub count. I know a lot of cats are like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. You know, I can't get past a certain number. That's why I'm like, you know, just be you. If do this because you want to do this. I did this to like legit connect. I was like mad jealous. 2019 National is the time when I'm like, I'm real jealous of these people because everyone was showing all the hookups of like collectors buying, trading with friends. I'm like, I want that because I don't have that here no more. I got buddies who talk sports. You know, I could talk sports at work, but I started talking about, yo, I just picked this card up. And they're like, bro, you still collect baseball cards? Now, again, this was 2 years ago. Different world to the day because now people are buying cards to flip. I got a couple of neighbors that just flip.
Now it's
But
sexy to be into cards.
yeah, it's sexy now, but you know, 2 years ago, I was like, shoot, man. And
Yeah.
you could go to my first video. I was thinking about doing like another giveaway and reenacting your first, like go back to your first video and reenact that today. Oh my God, it was trash. I had the phone vertical. Like I didn't know. I had it vertical. The light was horrible. I was in some apartment in the kitchen because I was embarrassed because I really wanted to do it, but I didn't want my like wife and my kids to see me.
You're in
I
the
was
closet
like,
with a flashlight.
yeah, I was like, I went to the flea market today, guys, and this is what I found. And my wife was like, what are you doing? Like, nothing. Now, I don't care. It's like, this is me. This is, I actually got friends I talk to every day, and this is what I do. She just thinks it's my nerdy baseball friend, but it's all good.
Now, going back to what Caesar said about subcount, I think you mentioned it also. I was talking with Walter from Placata Cards today, and we were discussing subcounts and keeping like a tight knit group and stuff like that. And I told him I like where I'm at right now because he tells me, "Oh, you're gonna be popular and you're gonna get famous. You know, you do a lot of things to keep it fresh." And I'm like, "But I don't want to be famous. I like it the way it is. I like having my group of friends, the ones that I'm connected with." And I told him I don't want to get to a point where I have 2,000-3,000 views. Maybe I'll get no, my bad, like 2,000 or 3,000 subs, get like 300 or 400 views, but none of them are really my people's. Like I don't really know them. I don't know their collection. Like we don't have that connection. So I'd rather know my people. Like I know you, I know Caesar, I know Walter, I know who he likes. I know there's this group chat that I'm part of, COS. We call it Creators of Sexiness. But I know them. I know what they're into. I know each one how to tweak his nerves. We got the inside jokes, but I like that. That's kind of like what I like being a part of right now, and I don't want to change it. So I'm not interested in getting so popular. I mean, if it happens, it happens, but not that I'm steering it that way. Like it'll just happen by coincidence. I guess because they like whatever I'm showing, like these shows that I've been doing. I didn't think they'd be big, but they get thousands of views, and I'm like, all right, you know, but they don't really look for me on my other videos. They just want to
Yeah.
see the show videos, you know, which is fine. I don't got nothing against that. If that's what you like, I'm gonna bring it to you because I'm there. It's not costing me anything.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I got a good core group of friends, you guys included. I got good core. But I ain't gonna be mad if I got a couple of thousand either because yeah, as long as
Oh, I'm your friend.
yeah, yeah. So but don't get me wrong. This is we all want to, you know, at least, okay, let me speak for myself. I want to grow because the more people I can show my collection to, that's what I want. Because then, you know, you kind of network. You know, people hit me all the time like, yo, so you're looking for this? You're looking for that? Oh, I know you were a Clemente guy. And I found other Clemente guys like Rudolph. Rudolph is my guy for Clemente. I'll send him text messages, bro, is this a good deal? And I think I'm pretty knowledgeable with Clemente, but the guy is so like John Mangini. John Mangini is an expert in everything. I'll send him, you know, Caesar's been on threads with me. I'm like, bro, I just picked up this Ichiro. Is this a good price? And he'll be looking stuff up, or he'll know just like that. It's just there's so much. As much as you think you know, you have no idea. You know, I talk to JT all the time. You know, now on phone, but every time I text that cat, he always answers. And it's always a Miggy or something to that effect, but he's a dealer too. So the more eyes that you can get on your channel, cool. My friends are gonna be my friends. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know what I'm trying to say? It's
Yeah, I mean,
so good.
you see, I've not like say JT. I remember when he was just a basic collector, and then I remember him losing his job or something like that, and then he started like becoming a dealer as income, and now he's like rolling away with it. You know what I mean? He became good at it.
Knowledgeable cat, knowledgeable.
Yeah.
Man,
I at the last national, I was on his channel. We broke cars, me, him, and those back pages. And you know what? I'll tell you this about the national. I'll answer that question right now that Magnus is asking. My first time going to the national, everybody kept telling me like, "Yeah, it's great to meet the people, you're gonna meet all these YouTubers." Like, and I'll be honest with you, it's like I don't care. I'm going there for cards. I'm going there for, and people thought I was being like kind of an ass. You know what I mean? It's like,
You
don't you want to meet these people? It's like I'm gonna meet them regardless. You know what I mean? I'm
but the
going there for the
cardboard.
cards first. I'm going there for the cards first, and then hopefully at night, like everybody says, we all meet up. I'll meet up with everybody, but I just want to look at cards. And I was really floored. I was really floored at the national, like walking through everything, because I had so many people just coming up to me like, "Hey, I watch you all the time," and and I have no idea who these people are. I had a lot of, dude. I was getting care packages in person from all kinds of people I didn't know, like never even heard of. Hey, here I brought you this care package. Here, like it was amazing, and that's when I got like, okay, now I'm getting a sense of the community. You know what I mean? That's when I really got a sense of the community. So like this year, I'm excited to go meet people. You know what I mean? My first year, I just wanted to see cards.
Yeah. And James, to touch back on like, not growing too big, too fast, and the thousands of subs. I have been humbled the last two. I went to the flea market a couple of weeks ago for Father's Day. That was a Father's Day gift. She asked me, I'm like, let's go to the flea market. And the last card show, for the first time, and I'm talking about humbling, my wife thought it was funny. She's giggling in the back. People are like, yo, Lou. I'm like, where I know this dude from? Like, oh my God. Never did I realize it was from YouTube. These guys, they came up to me, and you know what? We started chopping it up. Like, I didn't know this cat from Adam, but he knew. It's so weird too, because he knew my PCs. He knew what I like. He's like, yo, Bob, where you at? Because that's what, my daughter's like, Daddy, is that your friend? Like, yeah, we're friends. That's my YouTube friend. That's what she's like, oh, YouTube friend. But talk about a humbling experience where I was like, oh my God, I was taken back. And then 30 seconds later, we're talking about, oh, what are you looking at over here? Oh, is this a good, you done with this deal? You dealt with him before? And just like nothing. We just started picking up conversation because of this YouTube channel. And, I think on my last video, maybe 2 videos back, I just said, look, if you see me out there, don't be shy, because a lot of these people don't make content. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some people, they do just like Caesar. I do a lot of never watch your phone while you're driving, but people I listen to all the time when I'm driving, because I got a decent ride to work. Eric, those back pages, because Eric doesn't do short videos, but he doesn't show his face either. But the guy drops knowledge, and I'll put the phone in my cup holder and just have the Bluetooth playing, and I'll listen to that cat all the way home. Same thing with a Blue Jacket. I can listen to Blue Jacket, John Mangini if he's not doing the nunchucks. I can listen to those cats all day. But you know what I'm saying? So
this whole community is a trip. You're gonna have fun at the national, man. It was a blast. I was there like 4 days that one year we went, and it wasn't enough. You know what I mean? I wish I could have stayed there longer.
Very jealous.
I at least have a taste from going to the Dallas card shows of what to expect. I do know it's gonna be double to triple the size, and I don't know my way around it like I do with the Dallas card shows, but at least I think I have a feel. I won't be overwhelmed. One thing I am gonna battle is I go through sensory overload sometimes, and
that's
that part of it I need to check out sometimes, because once I get sensory overload, I get frustrated sometimes when I see a card that I wanted for $100, and maybe I walked around and see if I could find it for 75, and when I come back, it's sold, and I feel like I lost the card I really wanted. That gets me pissed off. So there's times that I'm scared that at the Nationals, I might go through that a little bit. So I'm trying to just maybe be strategic with how I do it. Maybe shop for a little while, mingle for another little while, and break it up. That's what I'm gonna try to do.
You know some good advice that I've taken, because I used to be, when card shows, because you know the card games gotten popular, card shows are popping up. And I used to go with a plan. I'm like, oh, I'm looking for this rookie, I'm looking for this rookie, I'm looking for this guy, I'm looking for this set, whatever. And it gets frustrating. And you know, if I leave without that stuff, it's almost like the day was disappointing. But how can it be disappointing? We're at the damn card show for half the day. You know what I'm saying? No kids, baseball cards, drinking beers with your homies. It's like, so I watched a couple videos with baseball collector Mike, and he never has a plan. He might have like, hey, I'm on the lookout for this. If I see it, I see it. If I don't, I don't. And I've been going to the last couple card shows with that mentality, and I'm spending my money a lot faster because I let the card speak to me. And if I see a card, I don't want, because I have experienced that where I'm like, I'm going to try to find it cheaper. If you find the card and the guy negotiates and you get it for the price you want. I'm not saying pay sticker, never pay sticker, but if you find the card, yeah, Pepino, I'm talking to you.
I know, man. I suck at that.
Never pay sticker.
But yeah, but
I suck at negotiating.
But if you see a card,
too much.
Yeah, if you see a card, you negotiate it, you get it onto the price, you can never have a regret. And I've been doing that lately. Again, I'm spending money faster, but you know, sometimes you let the card just speaks to you. Cards that you won't even be in my radar. I'm like, oh my God, that's that price? And then you get it cheaper, again, because you don't pay sticker, and you're happy. And I didn't even go with the intention of coming home with that card. So
that's what I tell a lot of people is have an idea, but don't have a set card that you're gonna look for, because you might not find it. And while you're just looking for that card, you miss all these other cards that you just ignored. So I like to go open-minded when I go to a show. I don't care if it's modern, pre-war, vintage, a set that I'm working on, a collection I'm working on. It doesn't matter. I try to go open-minded and have an idea. I can't remember every price to every card. So yeah, sometimes I gotta whip out the phone, check out the comps.
But, my man Don. Look at my man Don. I like his other comment. Look at all these polished brothers. You know it.
When I went to the National, I wanted to buy the Drakowski rookie. That was the #1 card I wanted to buy. Never saw it.
Really?
Never saw it.
Which
I had
one?
2 goals. I had 2 goals. Was the Drakowski rookie and any Mickey Mantle base card that I didn't have yet. So the Drakowski, I was watching some kind of extras video about the movie Major League, and it said that the Charlie Sheen character was a mashup of Drakowski and Wild Thing from the Cubs.
Wow.
You know, so that was the first time I heard his name.
Right.
So when I watched the movie, what was it called, Fastball?
What? Like,
but it talked about him. Talked about him. Then I learned more about him. I was like, oh man, I never heard it. That's the second time I heard this guy. And then that's the first. So I heard of him before from the outtakes from the movie. Like, oh, Charlie Sheen was based on Drakowski and Wild Thing. I was like, I don't know who the hell Drakowski is. Then I saw that movie Fastball, and then they talked a lot about him. I was like, oh damn, I loved it. I was like, I want to buy his rookie card. He only had 1 card. And I looked for it at the National, and it's the same card as the Pete Rose rookie. You know what I mean? And every time I see that card, like, oh, it's Drakowski. Oh, it's a Pete Rose rookie. Oh, it's a Pete Rose rookie.
Only
Never found it. But then when I did find a Mickey Mantle card that I needed, like I was like, and I was looking. I remember I passed by it, and it was like $135. Like, man, I don't know if I can waste that much money on that 1 card yet. You know, so I kept looking around, and then I finally came back, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna have to just drop the $135 on this car because I really need it and want it. And when I said, can I have that Mickey Mantle? It was just his tape measure home run card. Bought his tape measure home run. And the guy's like, oh yeah. And he grabbed it, and it was a whole stack of them. It was like 20 of them. So so he had some for 75, some for 60, some for 40, some for 100. I was like, oh, cool. And I think I bought like a $80 or $70 one. You know what I mean? I was like,
That's
oh,
great.
awesome. You know what I mean? I didn't have to spend like all the money I had left. You know what I mean?
It for 60.
What was that card?
It was his tape measure home run.
Yeah. Is it like a drawing, right? Is the 62 where
it's the stadium, and then it has like the dots of his home run, like
Yeah, I'm looking at my card shop has it for 40. I have yet to get it, but it's a mantle. But
the thing with that card is, I know for a fact I had 2 of them before. I know for a fact, and I cannot find them. I don't know what the hell happened to them, because I remember going to a coin shop. You know what I mean? Like a coin collectors and stamp shop. And they had it there. And I asked the guy, like, I wanted to buy it. He's like, oh, it's not mine. It's like a guy who rents this little space. He sells the baseball cards. I'll have to call him and ask him. And he wanted way too much for it. So I remember going to Frank & Sons, and some guy had it, and I bought it. And then when I was making my manual checklist, I couldn't find it. I was like, what? I just bought it. Where the hell is it? So I went back to the coin shop and I bought it again. But when I made my list of Mickey Mantle cards that I don't have, it was on there again. I was like, dude, I know I bought this card twice. I have no idea where they're at. No idea.
Caesar, that card that you got recently, about a few months ago, I can't recall how long ago. It was a floating heads that someone sent to you.
Yeah.
I'd never seen you get so emotional over a card, because I think you were able to complete the set. Which one was that one?
That's the Tarkowski I was talking about.
Tarkowski one?
Yeah.
Mangini sent you that, didn't he?
Yeah. Dude, that's what I find amazing. You know what I mean? It's like, well, that's the thing with me, is for the most part, I only buy cards in person or from people that I know. I don't do eBay. I don't shop on eBay. I don't do COMC. I don't do any of that. So for the average collector who does shop online, they can find almost any card they want anytime. That's not true with me. You know what I mean? I have to see it in person.
But what was great was, it was actually during one of our live streams, we were all talking, and the story came up, and then he goes into the history. And John is very appreciative. He's a historian. Mangini is a historian. He loves cards with a passion. And he loves the stories behind the stories of the guy who's telling the story. And when Cesar told him the story, why he wanted that card, John's like, I know exactly what you're talking about. And in fact, I'm looking for it. And I think like a week or two later, he sent it to you.
Yeah.
Because I was looking for one anyways. He was looking for the same card for the same reasons Cesar was. It's just, the community is dope. I love this community. It's so good.
That's another reason why I want to network. I want to meet more people at the Nationals, is because I'm not going to see them ever again. We all live in different states.
Yeah.
But if I already have an idea of what you're like through your videos and what you're into, and if I have a card that you might be looking for, I could look out for you if I got doubles.
Like a 66 mantle? A 66 mantle?
Oh, I got you on that.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the market to drop even more so the comps are better.
Hey, so on that, I remember, Lou, you just picked up the 58 Mantle All-Star, right? Let me tell you a little story about that card. This is like when I first started YouTube, like 4 years ago. I had purchased that card, and let me get to that. Also, the question before, he said, like, how did you guys get into YouTube? When did you get back into collecting? I got back into collecting again in 94. And I remember that in April 1994, because that's when I started working for the Dodgers. And with my very first paycheck, we went to the mall. Me and my wife, we went to the mall. And there was a kiosk selling baseball cards. And I and I almost swear to you, like I haven't seen baseball cards in like 10, 15 years. And I was all excited. And this guy was selling plaques, you know, those little plaques?
Yeah, with the little card in
And it
it.
had the Roger Clemens rookie. He had an Alex Rodriguez rookie, a Derek Jeter rookie, everything for $5. And I was like, whoa, yes, yeah,
My
those, man.
It
my
was
son
People
Louis.
got me
make
this
fun
for
of me for
Christmas.
buying those.
It was
My
Louis.
son got me this for Christmas. It's so cute. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but I'll put
So
it next to my man.
the guy was selling the 85 tops Roger Clemens for $5 in the plaque. And I was like, holy shit, that's like $100 card. This guy's stupid. He doesn't know. You know what I mean? Because I've been out of the hobby for 10, 15 years. You know?
It's a rookie. It's got to be worth something.
And so I go, this guy's a future Hall of Famer for sure. Like, you know, all excited.
The
And
wood
I bought,
alone is $5.
so I bought a bunch of those cards. You know what I mean? I remember what, and like, I remember I bought 5 cards in plaques for $5 each, $25. And my wife was like, "You're stupid. You bought those for $25? That's a waste of money." You know? But that was my first time. That's how I got back into collecting. That's what sparked the fire again. You
Did
know?
you take the cards out? Did you take the cards out, or you still got them in the plaques?
No, I still have the plaques.
I want to see the plaques, bro.
Where
I
are
want to
they?
see this investment. My man, New York Yanks fan, was talking about investments. Let's see this investment. That's what I want to see.
Right. Oh, I only
Ahí
have 4.
mismo. Ahí mismo.
All right.
Enséñame. Déjame
All right,
ver ese
while he looks for that, what got you back into collecting, Lou?
Look at.
Oh, yeah, that's $1 million card.
Get that graded. Wait, that's the original slab right there.
Bro, that's dope, though. Those cards are nice. Oh, that's a great card. You can tell your wife you made your money, but bro, you did awesome.
Those are nice.
$5?
$5 each.
Bro, that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
We're making fun of you, but you have like $200 there.
Yeah. Bro, I love it that he still has it in the damn plaques.
Yeah, man.
His money back.
And it's just a top loader glued to wood.
I had them hung up in my old card room, and people were making fun of me. It's like nobody does plaques anymore. Like,
Bro,
you know,
that black border select Jeter or select. Was that the select?
The Pinnacle, I think. Pinnacle, no?
Yeah, Pinnacle. I'm sorry. The Pinnacle is underrated. Very condition sensitive. Yeah, the 93 Pinnacle. So underrated. That's actually like my second favorite Jeter rookie. The first is the Top Stadium Club. But to answer your question, I would like to say I never left. Now, I collected heavily from like 10 years old to like through college, like 01, 02. And then I slowed down after I graduated because I had to be an adult and I had to pay student loans. I had rent, which became mortgage. I got married. So I always had my cards with me. Everywhere I went, I moved. I bought other stuff like memorabilia, bats. But it was more like I bought maybe 2 Clementes because I was still completing my run. I would buy, like for my birthday, I'll get 1 Clemente. For Christmas, I'll get another Clemente. So I never stopped. But that break was during like 08, if you want to call it a break. My slowing down period, I like to say, was like 08 to like 2013, which was Trout, Stanton, Harper. And I'm like, golly, and I walked past those packs all day. I'm like, I gotta be good. I got to pay off my student loans, my wife's student loans. And when I got back into the hobby, like hard again, was when my son bought me that Acuna or the blaster box of opening day. I hit the Acuna.
yeah, the third.
Yeah, I was like, look, all my bills are paid. I got no more debt. What the hell am I waiting for? And I went right back buying cards on the weekly, packs, going to card shows, hitting the flea market for the sole purpose. I always hit the flea market, but hitting it for the sole purpose of looking for cards. So, yeah, I mean, I guess the break was during my adult period of paying student loans, debt, credit cards, getting up, paying all that stuff. But now that that's behind me, I could just blow my money on cards responsibly.
I personally got turned off from the hobby because of the junk wax era, but I stopped around the 90s, early 90s, 91, 92. And I think I was going after Frank Thomas's rookie. And there were like 6 or 7 of them. And I'm looking at all of them, but which is the key one? And they're like, get the leaf. The leaf is going to be the one. Yeah. And I'm like, but how do you know that? Like, we don't know 10 years from now which is going to be the one. So it got me so turned off that it was no longer like a Tops or something like that, or the Don Russ, Don Mattingly. Like it was now basically which one you like better, or whatever someone got you. So I got turned off. I was like, I'm not gonna buy all 7 sets just so I could cover myself. I just said, you know what, this is out of control. It's too many sets. I don't see it. It's just chaos. So I got turned off and stopped. Cold turkey. Stopped. And someone gave me, thank God, the 93 SP Jeter for my birthday because I was a Yankee fan. But aside from that
that's a dope present.
Card. So that was a great gift. Thank God I got it as a gift. But after that, it was YouTube. I watched a couple YouTube videos surfing. And I saw someone going crazy over autos and relics. And I'm like, what are they doing? Why are they acting so nuts over these cards?
Like one of the things with me, like say about changing, you have to change, you have to evolve. Mm-hmm. If you watch my videos when I first started, I was just like all about vintage. And I hated shiny cards. Yeah. I hated the shiny cards. I'm like, stupid. I used to call them Elton John cards. I was like, stupid Elton John cards. I mean, my whole thing was if you watch my videos, like one of my original sayings was cardboard over shine. And so every time I get a vintage card, I would lick it. I would lick it. I would lick my Sandy Koufax rookie card. I love the taste of cardboard over shine. Like that was my thing. You know what I mean?
The actual card?
Yeah.
You would lick the actual card?
Bro,
I love the taste of cardboard.
Bro, I smell them because I had a video where I'm like, does anyone smell their cards for authentication to like legit? You want to smell the cardboard? And I remember I think he wrote me in my comments. He's like, bro, I still lick them. And I started laughing because I saw his videos and he's licking the card. I'm like, bro, you got your DNA
depreciating it.
No, yeah, oh yeah. I remember one of my first videos where I licked my Koufax rookie card. Some guy commented, he's like, man, if you would have graded that, it would have been a PSA 5, but now you just made it a PSA shit.
Look at what my put. Sounds like some Bauer stuff, licking cards.
This is up for trade, by the way. I'm gonna be a little selfish. If you guys want this, it's up for trade. You guys know what I like.
Watch out.
And the only reason is because you know why this is up for trade. I already have this. I got this in the mystery box from Sean because he knows I'm a rookie guy. But I already have this raw. You know, I'm a raw guy. ODB, the great philosopher, baby, I like it raw. But this bothers me. I know some people like the Beckett review 9.5. To me, it's nothing, but I know it has value. So this is up for trade. Trade, you know, I'm always down for Jeters, Glabers.
Hey, so let me answer that question. Let me answer that question for Magnus before we forget. If everybody wants to answer this, but he asked like, what got you back into the hobby, you know, and stuff like that, and how'd you get into making YouTube? Like for me, I got out of the hobby because of steroids. All right, me when the whole Canseco McGuire thing, like in 88 and 89, I knew they were doing steroids. And the reason why I was kind of so knowledgeable about steroids at the time was because, there you go, juiced.
The most honest guy in baseball. I love this.
You know, nothing that I'm proud of, but when I was a teenager, I spent a lot of time locked up, you know, and when you're locked up, we had a lot of weightlifting magazines, Muscle and Fitness, Flex. We used to have a lot of weightlifting magazines in there. And in weightlifting, there was two classes: naturals and people on steroids.
Yeah.
The people on steroids, like, it wasn't a secret. Schwarzenegger, Flex Wheeler, like the big names, they were on steroids, and the natural guys just couldn't even compare to the steroid guys.
That's close.
You know what I mean? So I mean, and so I used to read all these magazines, so I knew about it. You know what I mean? And so by the time, like, when we were playing the A's in 1988, I still remember, like, Vince Scully uh, commenting about Jose Canseco's forearms and his veins, like, wow, like, like, never seen anything like that before in baseball. I was like, that dude's on steroids. You know what I mean? And then that same year, a little bit before that, one of my most shameful things in card collecting is my dad's friend. He gave me a card, Yastrzemski rookie. He was drunk. My dad's friend was just drunk, and this was in 1984, when Kirk Gibson hit that home run off Rich Gossage. No, not 1988. He was on the Tigers. It was like 84 or 85, maybe 86. I don't remember. But I was a kid, and we went to my dad's friend's house to watch the World Series, and Kirk Gibson hit a home run off Goose Gossage, and they were drunk, and my dad's friend, like, gave me our card, Yastrzemski rookie card, and I was like 10 years old, 12 years old at the time, so I didn't know any better. But he tells me, he's all, hey, I'm gonna give you this card, but promise me you'll never give it away. You're gonna keep it forever. And I'm like, okay, yeah, well, yeah, whatever. But in 1988, before the World Series, I traded that card for a Jose Canseco rookie, Donruss, and a Mark McGwire rookie.
Wait, this one? That one?
That's the top.
No, the Donruss.
The
Donruss, rated rookie. And I remember specifically when I was at a card shop, and the old man, he's like, hey, he offered me, because I had the Canseco in a pile. Like, I took my cards with me, and he saw that in my pile. He's like, hey, I'll trade you that card for this Jose Canseco and his Mark McGwire rookie card, the Olympic card. And I was like, all right, yeah. He's like, believe me, son, he's 10 or 20 years from now, those cards, when everybody finds out that these guys are on steroids, those cards are going to be worthless. And I was with my cousin. My cousin's like, screw that old man. He doesn't know what he's talking about. You know what I mean? And I made that deal. And I've always felt bad about that deal forever. You know what I mean? But the guy was right. And I knew that at the time. But it was so new. Like, I don't know, man. But yeah, that was like one of my I don't know, my most shameful moments in baseball card collecting. You know what I mean?
I have one to match that. I was about 16, 17. And a friend of mine gave me a beat up Willie Mays 62 card. And I remember the brown wooden border. But the bottom of it was crumpled. It looked crumpled up. So they told me, oh, that card, I was like, it's a Willie Mays, though. That card's not worth that much, though, because it's crumpled up or whatever. I mean, now I'd rather have the Willie Mays, because what I traded it for was a Frank Thomas Leaf card and a Chuck Knobloch card, thinking Chuck Knobloch was going to be the man. He won Rookie of the Year.
Mr.
And
Yes.
to this day, that's the most stupidest thing I ever did. Stupidest trade I ever made. But I don't know. I don't know which one beats out.
Well, see, that's the kind of experience that gets us not so hyped up about new guys. You know what I mean? It's like, you don't know what can happen. You know what I mean? Like, nobody knew that all these steroid guys were like the best things in baseball. Like, Mark McGwire was just like the bomb. Jose Canseco was the bomb. He was dating Madonna. You know what I mean? It's like, the hype was so real. You couldn't have predicted that Roger Clemens and Barry Bonds, like the best players in baseball at the time ever, were just going to fall off the face of the earth. You know what I mean? In the hobby. Couldn't predict that.
How about A-Rod? A-Rod's another one.
Oh, yeah.
He has a makeup line.
Nobody wanted a Jeter rookie card they wanted A-Rod's rookie card.
Yep.
Even Garcia Parra and Miguel Tejada were looked at more highly than a
Then
Jeter
Jeter.
rookie card.
Uh-huh.
And now look at Jeter's. Forget about it. It's like the highest selling card from that era.
Bro, yeah. A-Rod, Tejada, Garcia Parra. Jeter was arguably 3 or 4.
Oh yeah.
You know?
He and Tejada were the ones that were battling for 3 and 4.
Yes.
But Garcia Parra was second. A-Rod was first.
Like that's one of the things I'm so thankful for is that I have a Mike Trout rookie card. I have a Derek Jeter SP, rookie card. But this was before cards exploded. You know what I mean? I remember buying my Mike Trout rookie card for like $35 or $40. Like, why is he so much? He's only been playing for like 3 years. You know what I mean?
And I had that mindset. I'm like, this card is, when growing up, the expensive cards were all 30, 40 years old. It still hurts me. I'm trying to save up, budget, get eBay gift cards and bundle everything up to get a 2011 update. But I'm like, this guy's been playing 10 years. His update's from 2011. It's like, it blows my mind. And I saw one Raw at the last show for 900. The guy was firm on it, but at 900 he could be firm. But I was like, golly, just to show where the market's at. But he's still $900 with still another 8 years of good play in front of him.
And I'm gonna throw some shade right now at Ed Wesker. When we were at the National 2 years ago, the Mike Trout rookie card in the PSA 10 was like $800, $900.
Crazy.
And he was like, no way, like he was all into Soto. Like Soto's the best thing on earth, you know what I mean? And he just like, I'm not gonna pay that much for that Trout rookie card. He had the money. He could have bought it for like $800, a PSA 10 Trout. And he was like, no, it's not. He was like, nah, it's not worth it, and this and that. And now look at it. Now I'm in a group chat, and Ed Wesker is the only person in that chat that doesn't have a Trout rookie, and we're always giving him shit for it. You know what I mean? Always.
Never have regret.
My biggest regret so far since I got back into the hobby is I had a Ty Cobb T205. Now, I'm not going to say it was cheap, but at the time, compared to now, it was cheap because I had someone, we were trying to work a best offer, and he was at $1,600 for a grade 2. The card looked undergraded. It looked like crack it out, send it to PSA, because SGC graded it a 2, but it looked gorgeous, no creases, a little bit of chipping. He was at 18. I talked him down to 16, but I was at 15 because the latest comps was 15 on the grade 2. And we couldn't get past that $100 threshold. That was around February before the pandemic. No one knew. No one knew. So the pandemic hits. A month later, cards are still valuable. I didn't know what was going to happen to cards, honestly. Everybody's fighting over toilet paper and bottled waters. I thought cards were going to be worthless. But lo and behold, cards start going up. And I'm like, what the hell is this? Why are cards going up when everybody's worried about toilet paper? And the same seller still had yet to sell that card. And I reach him and I'm like, all right, I'll do the 16. He was like, no, 1,800 now. And I'm like, yo, what are you talking about? It's only a month later. And he's like, listen, these cards are going up. My price went up. And I was like, F you. I'm not going to get taken like that. I'll wait for the next one to come up.
I'm the same way.
That card went crazy. That card's worth like $35,000 to $4,000 right now. And it's only a year later. I'm like,
yeah. It's insane, like what happened during COVID, like because I have a few cards that just like that I bought for $60 that are like $1,000 card now. You know what I mean? And
I'm the same way like you, James. I have dealers where, I mean, I say they're being dicks, but like they won't even. I think I'm giving them.
How dare you curse?
Richards, they're Richards.
Yeah, Richard.
And I'll see them at the shows. I won't even look at their table. I don't even give them my money because either they were just rude about it. There's a way, but like, nah, I'm pretty firm. This is what I want. Good. I mean, it's your card. You can ask whatever you want. But if you like talk down to me or you look at me a certain way because you don't think I have the money. I had that experience at the last show. Was the last show? No, it was at the flea market. Flea market. I went 2 months ago. Guy was like, it was ridiculous what he was doing. The cars were overpriced, and I tried to get them down, and over $5, over $5. I guess you can look at it both ways. I was like, bro, you're gonna lose out over $5. He's like, yeah, this is what I want. I shouldn't even be giving you a discount. And he said that to me. I shouldn't even. The sticker's already low. He said the sticker's already low enough. I'm like, you know what? I'm done. So I purposely went to the vendor next to him and dropped about $100. He didn't really have anything I wanted. And I came back and I showed him the stag. I'm like, nah, you ain't got nothing I want. I went back the following month. He tried to talk me up. I'm like, I ain't interested. And I think he offered it to me at the same price. Like, I could be, I could be grumpy as hell, bro. I don't forget. And I would never give him any of my money. I don't care what he has. I'm like, you treat people like crap, I'm gonna give it to you twofold. I'm like, I was talking to you with respect. I was talking to you with, genuineness about the sports and the hobby. And he was just, I could tell he was just all about the money. So I'm like, all right, whatever, cool. But when he said like that little remark, I was cold inside. And I'll remember dealers like that, like guys who talk down to people who talk down to me. I would never spend money at their booth ever, and I'll follow them around.
Let me get back to like I was trying to say earlier about that 58 All-Star Mano. When I was on before I was on YouTube, I did a lot. I was mainly into Instagram, and from this guy on Instagram, I bought 58 All-Star Mano, and it wasn't much at the time. I don't know what it was. It was like $60, $50, whatever it was. Maybe 80. I don't remember exactly. But I sent him the money, and I remember he was having like a big sale. He was selling off a lot of his cards. Like, hey, I'm going through something right now. I need money, but he didn't say what it was. And I had dealt with him before. I bought a lot of cards for him before. So I said, all right, yeah, I'll buy that, man. Oh, yeah, hell yeah. I was all excited. And he said, all right, it'll get to you next week and this and that. Well, months went by and I never received it. And and back then, I when I was on Instagram, and even almost to this day, I buy all my cards cash in PWEs. You know what I mean? I bought my my Sandy Koufax rookie for $500 cash in a PWE. You know what I mean? I sent that guy $500 in a plain white envelope. And but. So I sent him the money, and he said, all right, yeah, I got the money. I'll send you the card and this and that. Well, like months went by, and I never got it. And he stopped making, he stopped putting posts on Instagram. And I remember telling people, I was like, hey, man, like asking people's advice, like, what should I do? I paid him the money. I go, he's not even on Instagram anymore. And I send him a message, and he doesn't respond. People are like, oh, do this, do that. So make a video, make a post saying this guy's a scammer. And I never did that. Well, like 6-7 months later, he put a post up. He put a post up like, hey, I got cards for sale and this and that. And I sent him a message right away, like, whoa, hey, motherfucker, where's my fucking card? And he was like, bro, you never got it? I'm all, no. He's all, okay, let me call my girlfriend and see what happened. Well, to make a long story short, the dude went to jail for like 6-7 months. And before he went to jail, he gave all his packages to his girlfriend and told him to mail them off. So 7 months later, he went to his girlfriend's house, and they were still in the trunk of his car, and the trunk of her car. She never sent them out. So, but by the time he sent it to me, I already had bought another one.
Oh,
So I ended up giving away the one that he sent me. I ended up giving it away in a giveaway. Like
damn, bro.
that was one of the that
A
was
Sandy Koufax rookie
no
card?
no 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 a 58 Manual All Star.
Oh,
Oh, I thought you were talking about Sandy Koufax.
No no
I thought you said
Oh,
Sandy, bro.
no. I said that by mistake because I've been sipping on Grandpa's cough medicine.
oh,
I was like,
Jesus.
God dang.
This whole time I thought you were talking about Sandy Koufax rookie card.
See, but that's one of the things about YouTube. Like I remember there was this one young kid. He was like 19 years old, and he was a huge Derek Jeter fan, and he was getting sick of the hobby. This was like 4 years ago. He was saying, "I'm getting sick of the hobby. Everybody's a scammer and this and that." So I was like, "Hey, bro, like don't give up." And I sent him like my whole Derek Jeter PC. Send them all to. He was a big Derek Jeter guy. Send them all to him. Like, don't quit, man. Keep it up. And he quit. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, I just sent you like 100 Derek Jeter cards, and he quit. You know?
What was I, bro? I'm quitting. I'm quitting the
So-
hobby today. I'm
So
quitting
I
today.
mentioned that many times before that when I ended up going to the National, dude, I ended up buying like 200, like almost 200 Derek Jeter cards from dollar boxes.
Cesar,
You
I'm
know what I
quitting.
mean?
I'm quitting this hobby. I'm tired of it. I'm sick. I don't like Glaber no more. I don't like Jeter. I hate Sandy. Bring me back.
Yeah, but even that guy, even that dude that I sent that 58 Manual All Star, he just said, "Hey, I'm going to college now. I'm gonna sell all my cards so I can pay to try to buy a car." And I was like, "Damn, all these cards I sent you, you're just, it's a trip. It's a trip." But it's like, hey, once you send it to them, it's theirs. They can do whatever they want with it. Like
Wait.
you hope they keep it forever, but that's not always the case.
You gotta turn the cheek. Once you let it go, don't even think about it no more.
It's theirs.
What are you gonna look for in the Nationals in a little while?
Nothing.
Nothing for
That's what you get for listening to Mike Baseball Collector. There's not going to be a National. I'm 99% sure.
I had a hotel room across the street. I was literally a 5-minute walk away. I was trying to get Jason Fisherback to go with me, but he couldn't go. And my brother couldn't go. So I was just like, whatever. And then everyone was talking about not going and the show and Chicago sucks. And I canceled it because I was like, I'm focusing on Dallas. Let me try to do a Dallas card show. And now everyone's going to the damn National. Local, look at Placata. I'm telling you, baseball locals forever. It's going to baseball locals forever. One of the most underrated movies of all time. Vatos Locos, bro. Classic hit, cult hit. But
wait,
so
Vatos Locos. That with I'm white on the outside. Wait, with the
I might be white on the outside, but I'm brown inside.
I put you back at high heels where you belong.
That was a young Benjamin Pratt, bro. A lot of cats don't know that movie. That movie was, what was his nickname? He was a boxer, El Gallo Negro or something like that. Yeah, bro. Shit, I might put that on. Yo, Siri, where's Blood In, Blood Out?
Yeah. I don't know if you guys know who Scotty's Tradition is.
I know Scotty. Well, I don't know.
He's a Green Bay Packers collector. He's from Michigan. White as snow. And he always drops quotes from that movie. And I was like, whoa, bro, like, how do you know this movie? I just like prison movies. That's one of the best prison movies of all time.
Prison movies are the bomb, bro.
Which is the one with the guy that gets thrown over? I forgot his name.
American Me?
American Me. He probably likes that one too. Shawshank.
All those movies.
But it's funny to see a white guy from Michigan know all these Mexican movies and quotes, you know what I mean?
I'm going to watch that tonight. I'm going to have another drink. I'm going to watch that. But that movie is...
Blood In, Blood Out?
Blood In, Blood Out, homie. Vatos Locos forever.
So, getting back to Caesar, what are you going to look for at the Nationals? Any particular card you're looking to complete a set? What?
Value boxes, I could tell.
Yeah, that's what I don't even know if there's going to be dollar boxes anymore.
Value.
You know what I mean?
They call it value boxes, not dollar value boxes.
No, I used to hit the dollar boxes. Like I told you, like and it adds up. Like I told you, dude, I bought like literally $200 worth of like Derek Jeter cards in the dollar boxes because you go through these boxes. I mean, there's like 3,000 count boxes, like tables worth of them. You know what I mean? And you go through. I mean, I could spend 5 hours in one table that has dollar boxes, and then you at the end of the couple hours, you have this like pile like this, and you're thinking $1 each. But when the guy counts them, they're like $230. Like, oh damn, there's 230 cards.
Bosch. Love Bosch.
I had that too. I had a stack of cards at a dealer, and I was like, "What do I owe you?" In my head, I'm thinking one amount. He whips out the calculator, and he tells me another amount, and I'm like, "Is that after the discount? Like, what's going on?"
Okay, look at like I still need to make a video, but my last LCS trip, right? I got this Vladimir Guerrero 95 autograph, this Will Clark on an Opeachy autograph, all these Ernie Banks cards, right? And so I'm thinking, like, I want to spend like $80 today or $60. That's all I can spend today. So I'm thinking just these cards alone are going to hit that $60 mark, $80 mark. You know what I mean? And thinking like I'm going to have to put all these other cards away. But then he tells me $35. I was like, what? Wow. I was like, I was like, okay, I'll take these packs of Heritage. I'll take these packs of this. You know what I mean? I was like, I was extremely shocked, you know, bro, at the price of these cards. I mean, because I got some cool vintage. You know what I mean? So Orlando Cepeda, Karl Yastrzemski, and when he told me like $35, I was like, what the hell? Are we back in 1980? You know?
Well, bro, like this one, value box fine. So I took this out. The only reason I know this cat is because his debut was against my Yankees, and he smoked my Yankees. This is Alex Manoah, Toronto Blue Jay. This is number 20. I'm like, let me just put this in a pile. I had a couple cards out, and the guy, I'm like, all right, what, cash me out. What I got? And he, of course, he's going through, and he's like, oh, shiny, Alec Manoah. I don't even know this guy. You know this guy? I'm like, so there, I knew I had him. He's like, I don't even know this guy. Who's this guy? I'm like, shiny is low number. Those you never know. If they get the call up, I already knew he got called up. But I was like, hey, if you get called up, he could be somebody. But right now, it's low number and shiny. He's like, yeah, on card, shiny. How's $5 sound? I was like, okay. He just pitched the gym today. The kid he could be anything, but I know he's more than $5. So this is also available for trade for all my Canadian Plaqueta cards. I know Plaqueta knows about this cat. But if you have the time and the patience, man, value bin, dollar boxes.
Yeah, you never know what you can find.
Oh my God. Like, I bet you, like, I was thinking, because I was planning on going to the National. I wonder how many Shoheis are in these value boxes, because these people plan these boxes months in advance. And the only thing they really change are their damn showcases, because that's an everyday thing. They're always putting out. Cards are fluctuating. But the value boxes, they don't touch. And before this year, Shohei was hurt. He was okay, had flashes. But I found so many rookies of Shohei at my card store, at the flea market and value boxes. Bro, Cesar, you're going to kill it. Just remember, Shohei's going to be all up in the value boxes. I'm telling you.
Oh, yeah.
If he lasts past the first day.
Oh, bro, even now, he's a steal. I mean, like with the international market,
he needs to give up. He might need to give up pitching. I think. You know what I mean? Because he's not that. I know he wants to do the Babe Ruth thing, where Babe Ruth was a great pitcher and hitter. Give up on the pitching. I don't know if you're a great pitcher.
I mean, Babe eventually quit.
That's what makes him such an icon right now, is that he's able to do both very well.
Yeah.
I bought an awesome ass Ohtani card not that long ago.
But yeah, my sports station was talking about that. They're like, he's a good pitcher, but he's a great hitter. And at the rate he hits home runs, I mean, he could be a prolific home run hitter. And I mean, chicks dig the long ball. So people are like, especially when he gets into trouble like he did against the Yankees, what do? Do you move him to a positional spot, or do you take him out? And they elected to take him out, and that screwed them because, they had to have a pinch hitter every time, and he was in the leadoff position. But does it matter? No, because they scored 7 runs in the ninth. So
yeah,
who needs strategy?
You just made
so
you just made every single old man feel great when you said chicks dig the long balls.
Yeah, I just showed my age, bro. That's probably still the best baseball commercial of all time. When you have Glavine and Maddox in BP practice, just
they don't make them like that anymore. They don't make them like that no more. Nah. What was I gonna say? Shohei, he's amazing though when he's pretty much clocking 100, striking out 10 people, not walking people when he's really on. And in the same game, he's smacking a home run. That's amazing.
He's throwing 88, 99 on the mound, and exit velo is 116.
Well, see, that we expected that from him all the time, and he's not really delivering on that all the time.
Well, the last game he pitched against the Yankees, he got squeezed.
Yeah.
And there's even they showed a graph of how he was dotting the black.
Yeah.
And he wasn't getting the call.
He wasn't getting the calls this time.
Yeah.
But also,
was it Angel Hernandez?
Probably. But I also blame Madden. I mean, that's a lot of pressure. First off, he's starting. So, he's got to go through his warm-up routine. But he's also prepared as a hitter. Not just any hitter. He's the leadoff hitter. So the warm-up is just not there. If he put him a little bit lower in the order, some people are like even 3 might be the earliest, but 4 or 5. Put him 4 or 5. Gives him a little bit of time to get acclimated, look at the pitcher, warm up, stretch, whatever you got to do. But, I mean, to put him in the leadoff, I get it. You want him to get more at bats. You want him to get the fastballs because, if he's batting leadoff, they're going to throw fastballs to try to get the quick out. But, I mean, he was in a hole from jump. And if he's having a bad day on a hot day, I would have just moved him to right, put him in outfield or something like that. But they elected to get him out. That just screwed up the whole game. You had to get the bullpen. Bullpen got jacked up. You had to get pinch hitters every time he came up to bat because he was in the leadoff. It was a mess. But again, I digress. It didn't matter because they lost because they dropped 7 in the ninth.
Gotta give props right there to Mangini because Mangini always has loved Ohtani. Even when he played bad.
He's a Japanese lover though. He loves his Japanese players.
Him and Zombie Collector.
KO is it KO Collections?
Someone just showed Sadahari O, I think it was. Was it Mangini that showed that one? Someone showed that.
Him and JP Wisco also is awesome with the Japanese card. Yeah. And you know what's a trip? I grew up a huge Beastie Boys fan. You know what I mean? And one of their songs is that I got more hits than Sarahara O, and I never knew what that meant. You know what I mean? I watched a video and I was like, oh, he's a baseball player. I was like, oh, damn, now it makes sense. I never got that lyric.
Well,
show this to Blacketha one more time. He got 10 strikeouts tonight against the Rays, first place Rays.
I'm thinking about, I wanted to show you something. Let me see.
Show me, bro. Got some Jordans. Bought this at the flea market. McGrady rookie, flea market. Vince Carter. Not sure if that was a flea market. Here's Ohtani Japanese writing. I thought this was a short print, but I don't think it is.
All right, check this out. I'm gonna ask you for some advice.
Shit. You asking for what?
Advice. I picked up this lot of whammy cards, right?
Ooh, I love the whammy cards.
You did good, bro. Those are case hits?
It was a lot though of 5, and he sent me 7 of them. And what made me reach for it was the Shohei rookie card. This card recently I saw Raw is going for $500. I bought this whole lot for 110.
Okay, James, I'm going to yell at you like I yell freaking Caesar. Why are they just out? You don't have a penny sleeve. You don't have no top loader. You just told me.
No, they were in here. They're protected.
No, they still move. They still move.
I can't get
Yeah.
top loaders.
It doesn't matter if you start off with the condom and take it off mid-performance.
Top loaders.
I'll get you top loaders. Golly, I sent you 1,000 rookies. Take one of those top loaders from the rookies I sent you and put it in there.
Take that one out.
Yes, yeah. Especially when you just told me the show has $500. You take that $10 Jose Canseco rookie card and use the top load. You know, it's like being a manager.
Pujols, no love.
Oh, I'll put all those whammies in something. Those whammies, I think those whammies are case hits. If I'm not,
I love the whammies.
Yeah, they're case hit. Bregman.
Whammy. Is that what you said? Whammy.
Whammy.
Reese Hoskin rookie card also. No, so okay. Here's the question. Oh, this is for you. Aaron
And he
Judge.
gave you bonus. That's sick, bro. That's sick all day.
So
I hope you gave
question.
him like 5 stars on eBay.
We're talking about Shohei is hot right now, hotter than a firecracker. It's 4th of July. So, would you sell $500 and use this towards a Cy Young, an immortal, or hold on to it just in case he keeps going on at the end of the year? Because I could sell this thing at the Dallas Card Show. Mm-hmm. It's coming up soon. Someone will pick it up for me for like $400.
Now
I'll just stash that $400, take it with me to the Nationals.
Now,
do that.
Like again, I'm always the wrong person to say because that is technically a rookie card. And I love rookie cards. However, I do trade up. I never sell because I think you always get more value when you trade. If you want to sell it, someone's going to offer you $400 for it. Comps are $500, but that's eBay. Like me, off the top, people tell me, "Oh, that eBay comp is $500." They're like, "Well, you're not paying the 20%, or you're not paying shipping. You're not worried about a lot of things. You're not worried about the customer returning it because there's a scratch on the case." So I always, you tell me 500 eBay comps, I'm telling you $400 cash money. But when you trade it, you're probably gonna get something north of $450 to $475. So if the Cy Young is a holy grail card, yes, all day. I'll trade it into something bigger. Because the whammy, you have no attachment to it. Yeah, it's nice. I mean, you got nothing in it compared to 7 cards.
I bought it because I knew it was a deal.
Yeah, I mean,
and you're a genius flipper. Yeah. You know what I mean? You're a genius flipper. I
need to flip first.
I'll trade into it. You find some vintage, maybe, but vintage guys might not necessarily be into that whammy. But
man,
I'll go into the Cy Young all day, and if you want to use that as leverage, I will do it. I want to hold on to it because you, the way you're talking about it, you don't really have a connection or feel anything for the card. I said that I only got 160, and that's with all 7 cards. You're more into the deal that you got for it.
Yeah.
So
I knew it's a case hit.
Yeah.
I knew that, and I was excited when I got it for what I got it for. 110 for the lot of 7. That makes it like a $20 card when you do the breakup rate.
Yeah.
And I could sell each of them for a profit per se. The mantle might go for 75. The other cards 40, 30, 50. Long story short, I could sell them all and come up $700-800 that I could now turn that into an immortal.
The answer is yes.
Yeah.
The answer is yes. I'll do it.
Or you could hold on. I could get a graded 9.5 goes for 1,500.
All day, every day.
Honestly, with the trajectory, I mean, I will sell it, but I wouldn't sell it now, and I wouldn't sell it at the National. I'll sell it after Shohei gets the MVP.
There you go.
Yeah, you wait till he gets the MVP, and the offseason is usually slow, but after an MVP season or top 3 finishing the MVP, because the Angels ain't making the playoffs, that's when you sell. But I want to do it now. I mean, he's too hot right now. He's
Pepino,
fired.
have you seen Caesar? Have you seen Mickey Mantle's card from the 2021 Series 2? Have you seen those?
Or tops?
Yeah.
Was
No.
They
short
got
print?
the license for Mantle again.
Oh yeah, they got it. Yeah,
So they
top
got
size
three short prints, a short print, and a super duper short print that goes for like 3,500.
I can only explain. I can only
What?
imagine. Yeah, I can only imagine what Topps paid for that because Panini had the rights for the longest.
It's
And
the
they just
same
bought-
picture.
Yeah.
Same picture as this one. Same picture, but the live picture. $3,500.
Wow.
That's what was that Topps Series 2?
Look it up.
Yeah, I didn't know the short print was that 52 Mano picture.
See, I don't like all I want is to have every base Topps Mickey Mantle. That's my dream. That's what I'm striving for. I don't care about his non-playing days. You know what I mean?
You know what? I'm saying
This honestly was the first card. It's like, oh, I gotta have this. This was like, his first modern card. I said I gotta have. But wow, you're enticing me.
yeah, like don't get me wrong.
Just because of the rarity. You know what I mean?
Like this is my Clemente album, but everything in this Clemente album is non-playing days. Like I love this short print.
This is my Mickey Mantle collection. All my Mickey Mantles are in here.
But bro, I mean honestly.
So if somebody broke into my house, they took this box, I'm gone. I have no Mantles left.
But honestly, I don't get me wrong. I appreciate all the care packages with the Clementes. I love them. I'm trying to complete the heritage set of Clemente, but I don't know how to say this. I prefer the vintage of Clemente. Like, I don't know. I don't want to sound like I don't love Clemente. I love anything Clemente, but the stuff that gets me excited is like the Salada coins, the top stickers from '69, even the posters of the 60s and 70s. This is nice, but it doesn't get me excited, if that makes sense. Like kind of like Cesar just said, I want all the base tops Mickeys. But like the new stuff that they throw in there, they're cool when I'm ripping, I get it. But I'm not like, oh my god, this is the great. Like I don't know. I'm sounding bad now. I don't know how to explain it. Like,
okay, Don Spilled the Dream Card says I don't get the Mickey Mantle love fest. So just to explain my love fest with Mickey Mantle is
he's a Yankee fan.
No, you don't have to be a hater. You just don't have to. If you just don't get it, you don't get it. No big deal. You know what I mean?
Yankee fan. Everyone knows you're a Yankee fan.
The first thing that made me look at Mickey Mantle, like one of the things was like this card right here. Like if you ask me what's my favorite Mickey Mantle card, I say this one. Okay, the 56. It's not the most valuable one that I have. It's not the best one or whatever you want to call it. But that's the one that I used to see in card price magazines the most when I was a kid. So that's the one I wanted because that's what I saw the most. And then I remember one year, the same person that I said gave me the Carl Yastrzemski rookie card, he gave me a box full of sporting news books from the Sporting News. I mean, just tons of baseball books, all baseball. And there was this one book called The 100 Greatest Players of All Time of Baseball. And when I first read that book and I went through everybody, it had 100 players and it had like little documentary. It was a book, but it had like backstories on 100 different players. And I remember Willie Mays was ranked number 1. So in my heart, I always feel like Willie Mays is the greatest player of all time to me, regardless of anything. But he's not my favorite. I fell in love with Mickey Mantle. I mean, at the time, I used to think I loved Ernie Banks the most. I remember like I used to think Ernie Banks was the best personality. Let's play two. He loved the game. You know what I mean? But as a kid, I used to watch Johnny Carson. And I watched David Letterman, and Mickey Mantle was on there. David Letterman, he did an interview with Bob Costas. and I got to learn more about Mickey Mantle. And Mickey Mantle was so humble. He didn't get. It's like the same thing with me. That's how I feel with YouTube sometimes. Like I tell you, when I was at the convention, and all these people just keep coming up to me, like, I don't want to sound conceited, but like a lot of people just came up to me like, "Oh, you're the greatest," and this and that. I was like, I just do YouTube videos, dude. It's not, you know what I mean? Like, and that's how Mickey Mantle felt. Like, he did not understand why people worship him. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm just a baseball player. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you
He
see the
didn't get
boxer
it.
there?
He was really humble, dude. And then just like all the stories he had. I mean, I've read so many books about Mickey Mantle and the antics he's had. Like, I really know the guy. You know what I mean? Uh, that's why I love Mickey Mantle. That's why I'm in love with him. Like, the fact that I read so many little articles about him, like at card shows. Like, I have a Mickey Mantle autograph ball that this dude sold me from that his dad used to own. And he told me, he's like, yeah, I went with my dad to get this ball autographed by Mickey Mantle at a mall. He was signing them. He's there was grown men crying. He's a grown man crying. Every person that was getting their ball autograph or whatever by Mickey Mantle, they were crying, like crying. You know what I mean? And that made my love for Mickey Mantle grow. You know what I mean? And I'm not a like a stingy person or greedy person. It's like, you'll never hear me say like, I want to buy every Mickey Mantle autograph. I have one Mickey Mantle autograph. For me, that's enough.
That's
You know what I
one is
mean?
more than
I don't
enough.
need another one. You know what I mean? But I mean, I have all kinds of books about Mickey Mantle that I've read. I have DVD tapes, VHS tapes that I have of Mickey Mantle. I love his whole life. You know what I mean?
Lit books.
Beyond. Oh, you have that one too?
All right, so
Yo,
he
talk to
said
your
he
boy
had an
Vintage.
autograph of Mickey Mantle. Do you have an autograph of Roberto Clemente?
I don't. Not me.
Magnus does.
Magnus has
He
one.
has that on a baseball. I think he paid, I don't know, 7,500 for it.
Wow, really?
Yeah. I mean, the man passed away early. I think he died at 38. He
Well, see,
died
that's the
very
thing with
young.
that's like the
Mantle's,
thing about Kobe. Kobe, why his autographs got expensive all of a sudden. You know what I mean? Because
and,
there'll never be more made.
and I love Mantle, and I want a Mantle auto, but Mantle signed till oh man, Canadians just scored. Mantle signed to what? How? I don't know. He was signing
He needed money.
forever at
Yeah, he
card
needed
shows.
money.
Yeah, I mean, of course. I mean, Pete signs all day, every day. Pete Rose, but Clemente died at 38, and his like a whole bunch of his autos were cut autos, checks, contracts, letters, very few balls, and a lot of them are on team balls. Like when the Pirates had some kind of occasion, the whole team signed. But yeah, that's still one of those holy grail items I would love. I would love any kind of cut auto of Clemente. And a holy grail card for me would be like the 68 3D test issue of Clemente, where they never even released it. It was just a test issue. But I know my man Blue Jacket got one in a PSA 5. And your boy Vintage Oddball Cards, talking about your 52 Mantle. He does have a safety deposit box, but he just broke it out for this special occasion tonight.
Exactly. I went today. I figured I might be asked for it, so I took out 2 of my big boys, but they're gonna go back tomorrow. I'm not gonna be reckless and keep them in my house. I took out this
keep them
one.
up. That 53
That's
is
it.
nice.
It's just for today, special occasion.
Yeah. Caesar, you had the 53, right?
Yeah.
But I was trying to tell James, you had it, but you got rid of it because your car broke down.
No, I still have my 53. I've never sold a card.
What was the car that you got rid of too? Because didn't you sell a card to buy a car in cash? I thought you sold a card. Oh,
No.
I must have mixed it up.
The only cards I've ever sold was for when my friend Joe Ryan fan 30 passed away. And you know, I didn't keep the money. I donated it to pay for his funeral expenses.
Oh, I must have mixed them up or mixed it up with somebody else. I thought someone sold their 53 for a car.
No, I bought my 53 Mickey Mantle on a PSA 8. I mean, a PSA 8, a PSA 3 for 800.
That's, oh my God. Talk about investment. That's crazy.
Caesar, do you have the 53 set, or have you tried to work on a 53 top?
No, I'm working like from the 70s down. Like the 1958 set, I completed the 58 and I completed the 69. Those are the oldest sets I have completed. And the 58 set, the way that I came across collecting that one, this was before YouTube, is my first Mickey Mantle card that I ever bought was a 58 Mickey Mantle. And I posted it on Instagram, like, hey, my first card is all excited. And I said, I will never sell this card. This is my favorite card in the world. Oh my God, you know? And this dude messages me, hey, me and my dad are trying to complete the 58s, and that's the last card we need. Can I buy that from you? And I was like, oh man. I was like, I don't want to sell it. And he's like, what about trading? You know what I mean? And so and we made a blind trade. Back in Instagram, I used to make blind trades all the time. Like, okay, I'm just gonna send you this card, and you send me what you think is fair. And he sent me like a Don Drysdale rookie, 53, 53 Eddie Matthews. He sent me a bunch of good cards, but I think he could see in my video that I was like, you know what I mean? So then he tells me, he's like, hey, my dad said if you want to buy all our 58 doubles for $1 each card. So I think I bought like 300 and something cards for $300. And that's how I started on my 58 set. And I remember when I got it, I gave myself 5 years to complete it. And I think it took me 7 years to complete it. But I ended up completing, like the same thing with the 69. That same guy that I'm telling you about, that I bought the 58 All-Star, that he went to jail. When he came back, he started selling off a bunch of 69 cards, and I bought the 69 Nolan Ryan. I bought all the stars basically from the 69. And then later on, he posted, hey, well, I'm going to sell all my 69 commons. You know what I mean? So I ended up buying all his 69 commons and then worked on the rest and completed the 69 set.
The reason why I asked you is I know it's challenging. I personally don't collect sets. I admire people who do it because they have the patience, but I was thinking about getting into the 53.
Ooh, I want that satchel.
And I got this one, which is a tough one, plus the satchel. So I figured if I got that one plus the mantle, I've got a head start. I got a good start.
Yeah.
I got some of the hard ones.
You got the tough ones, the desirable ones.
So I was thinking maybe it's not too crazy. I should start looking at lots of like 53 tops and see how many I could start getting for like $20, $40.
Yeah.
That 53 tops is iconic. It's one of the most beautiful sets. I love 53 tops.
I love them. I admire Alex for collecting the 53 Bowman, but I think the 53 tops is just as gorgeous, and some of their cards are like super gorgeous. I mean, even this Eddie Matthews, I bought this card for like $40, $50. It's gorgeous.
I was going to ask you if you got the Ed Matthews. Ed Matthews is tough, man. I like Ed Matthews.
Right, but I was thinking about collecting it. But how long it took you to collect the set, and then what was some of the challenges?
It took me 7 years.
It's the journey, homie. It's about the journey.
Journey.
It took me 7 years to complete the 58.
The what?
It took me 7 years to complete the 58 set. And one of the things, too, is like what's crazy is like the 58 Mantle, I bought it graded in a PSA graded. And I remember like that was one of my first videos on YouTube, was cracking it out of the slab. You know what I mean? But I remember I got like 10 views on it. And I always think about like, damn, if I did that now, I'd probably get killed. You know what I mean? I get trolled so bad.
I was going to ask you, I'm like, bro, that's a rabbit hole I do not want to start set collecting. I think I got enough, little niches, but it will bother. Like, I'm a raw guy anyways. I buy PSA slabs. But if you're a set collector, wouldn't it bother you? Because I know you like putting them in your binders. And I know they sell special pages for slabs.
Yeah.
And I think you had a graded card in like a separate part of the binder. It was still together.
Yeah,
But,
my 75.
yeah. I mean, but to me, it will bother me because I will have to
Yeah.
crack it. I will have to crack it so all my cards look the same because you have them in sequential
Yes.
order. It's
So
all
the 75,
yeah.
I have the George Brett rookie in a slab and the Nolan Ryan. And I want to crack them out of there
Yeah,
to
I know
put
you
them in
do.
the pages.
Because you have them in numbers.
But I get so many people talking crap. It's like I want to buy them raw. You know what I mean, for the pages now.
Bro, do it. Let's crack it now. Let's crack it.
Let's crack it live.
Crack and lack
Crack
it.
it live.
Wanna?
Crack it.
You wanna?
Do the Nolan. The Brett. Yeah. No, don't do Brett. Do Nolan. Do the other one. That's a 6.
See, but that's the thing. Okay, like that's one of the things when people used to ask me before, like, what are your favorite slabs? I used to always say Beckett. They're all PSA's better. It's like PSA back in the days, I could rip a PSA slab with my hands. I could open it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I go, and for somebody like me, it's like that's just too easy to commit fraud with the PSAs. You know what I mean?
Right.
The BBGs are hard to crack, dude.
I love Beckett. Not so much BVG, but I love Beckett because they have that Mavlar sleeve on top of it. Nothing drove me more crazy.
How should I crack this?
Let's do it, homie.
How?
Oh, you don't
You
have
gotta
no,
get snips. Get snips. You have snips?
You ain't got none?
Yeah, let me
It's
see
like-
if I can find some snips. I'll be back.
Yeah, you see? My man
I got some nips.
Nip.
My-
Oh, Jesus
My man
Christ.
Cesar
We don't
is
wanna
always
see that.
on it, bro. My man's always on it. Hell yeah.
Big Scott is asking me if I got a 52 Eddie Matthews. No, I do not.
That's a tough one, bro. And
And
he's not.
That's another beast right there. That Jackie Robinson, the Eddie Matthews.
I think I was reading somewhere. I could be wrong, but I think the 52 Matthews is the most expensive rookie not named Mantle.
And it's not even Mantle's rookie, so it's the
Yeah, I
most
know.
expensive
Yeah.
rookie card in there.
Yeah, most expensive rookie. Yeah, I stand corrected, but yeah, you're correct.
Yeah, no,
Eddie
that
Matthews
card
is ridiculous.
It's a beast, and it's short printed. It's a beast, that card. And I can't even think about collect. I mean, I got the Mantle, which is the biggest card you could get there, but to try to get Jackie, Eddie Matthews, I know I'm forgetting others. Willie Mays. To get those, I would be in a journey where I'd have to liquidate almost half my collection to try to collect that one.
That 52. Well, you could sell your PSA 4 Mantle, downgrade the Mantle, and use the funds to get everything else.
See if I can get these to work. They're all rusted.
Collector? I mean, you still have a Mantle. It's not as nice as the 4, but you'll have a 1 or a 2, and you still have everything else.
I actually, you know what I considered, and I'm this is no lie. I was thinking about downgrading this to like a nice looking 3, and trying to use some of the funds for a rookie Mantle, 51 Bowman. I was actually thinking about doing that.
Look at bro. Get on the corners. Hit the corners. No, hit the corners.
Get the corners, not the middle.
Yeah, the corners, bro.
Oh,
At the baseball.
I heard the BBG. The Beckett, you're supposed to crack them in the middle.
No, you didn't watch my tutorial.
No, go in the middle and get a screw.
You didn't watch my video, did you? Bro, the corners. Este muchacho, bro.
Look at that.
He cracked it?
Yeah, but the sleeve. I love that sleeve.
Yo, be careful.
Bro, you need to change the title when you upload this. Update it. Update the title. Pepino crack slab. Oh my God, people gonna come out of the woodworks, and then put the timestamp so they can just go straight to it. Oh my God, that's so scary, bro.
He's so close to the card.
Hit the corner, bro.
Yeah, the corner.
Why are you on the bottom? Don't go to the bottom. Go to the corner, the upper right corner.
Is that Look at what Rick says. Caesar is a rookie.
Is that a blowtorch? What the hell is he getting?
I got a screwdriver.
No, but the card is exposed. Be careful.
Yeah, he's good.
There we go.
F yeah. Look, he's gonna like how it feels so much in the album. He's gonna break the Brett.
I'm free.
Free
Oh
last,
baby, I like it, raw.
I'm free at last. Good God Almighty, I'm free at last.
Oh damn. Hey, this penny sleeve is like melted on the ends, like it's sealed.
Bro, that's what I'm telling you. That's why I love the Beckett stuff. They don't slip. It's a Mayflower sleeve. It's like
Oh wow.
You need scissors, so be careful. You didn't watch. I'm going to send you the link to my video. I show you how to do it.
Big says this: how you turn an 8 into a 3.
Hey, so you guys should look up when I cracked my 58 Mano. You guys should look up the video when I cracked the 58 Mano out of the slab.
I'll do it. How far back was it, bro?
Like 4 years ago.
I'll do it.
So that was the other question.
Con cuidado, hombre, con cuidado.
You were busy breaking that thing. I was gonna ask Caesar, what do you think? Should I downgrade, get like a decent 3.5, and try to shoot for the Mickey Mantle rookie?
Yeah, definitely.
Bro, 51 Bowman all day. What grade is that?
Huh?
What grade is that?
It's a 6.
I couldn't
Damn, that's good.
He said it was, boy, you better recognize it's a 6. I couldn't see. I'm 40. I'm on the 40.
No. Listen, I'm just saying it. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'll like I said, kind of like how I was saying with the 52 mantle, bro. The dream is to have the card. At least it might, this is how I think. Get a 52 mantle and a 2. Use the funds. Same thing with the 53 mantle. You got a 6. Get a 2 or a 3 because you got good eye appeal anyways. You know how to find cards. It might take some time, but find you a 2 or 3 you can live with, and those funds, bro, you can get a 51 Bowman, a true rookie of the man. That's the dream right there, bro.
Hey,
and then you have the brothers, the 52 and the 51 Bowman. Not many people can say that.
This is one of the things.
Don't crack slap.
This is one of the things I love about Topps. Is one of the things I used to look forward to every time they put out a set. Is who's the hundreds. You know what I mean? Because the best players always get the 100, the 200, 300. You know, then the 350, the 250, whatever. You know, Nolan Wright was card number 500.
I'm so honored to be in this moment. My man's going to put Nolan in his right place. In his rightful place.
Wait, but you got George Brett also? You're going to crack George Brett?
No, I want to buy that one. I want to buy that one raw.
I want.
Like, see, that's the thing. I really don't care about condition. I just want the card.
See, I'm the same way.
That's the place.
Ahí, suavecito, hombre. Like a glove.
Now I just need one more spot for
Georgie.
For George Brett.
Georgie Porgy.
I'll look at the flea markets for you, homie. I've run into him a couple times. You know what? Actually, I've been wanting to upgrade my Brett. If I upgrade, I'll send you mine. The corner is roach on the one I have right now. But
I
be good
want George Brett. I don't have a George Brett rookie.
I know you want my contest. What? Yeah, that's
6. But out of respect for Blue Jacket 66, who loves George Brett,
he's a Kansas guy.
I'm not gonna crack that one. I want to buy it raw.
He'll come with the fury.
That's gonna be at the Nationals. You're gonna buy a raw one at the Nationals.
If I can find one for cheap, yeah. That's what I said. I don't care about the grade when it comes to my sets. I just want every page filled. I don't care about the condition.
So you'll take a 3 with a crease, and that's
it. Oh yeah, definitely.
Well, when you see, you're the collector that wants like OC. Don't bother me.
Look at my 56 Mano. I mean, this is like my favorite card. Both of the corners, they have like paper loss, but that's from like how back in the days people used to put them on the scrapbooks and tape them. You know what I mean? Tape the 2 corners.
Like the old
I think that's so freaking awesome.
Yeah. Look at J Stoudemire 1. That was so. And bro, you want to talk about some of the highest end collections in the game on YouTube in the community? J Stoudemire 1's collection is like second to none.
Hey,
I mean,
Sotomayor, I want to arm wrestle you. I bet you I'll beat you.
I'll smoke them. Look at that. Look at the earthworm. Not the pythons. Look at the earthworm.
The 2-inch earthworms.
I don't think nobody wants to mess with Jay Stoudemire. When you seen his deadlifting,
Oh my
bench
God.
presses, Jesus, Lord have mercy.
I don't know what's more impressive, the weightlifting or that shot on Insta when he had the 51 Bowman of Willie and the 51 Bowman of Mantle side by side.
Dude, I was impressed when he lifted up the Ty Cobb greens, the reds, the one with the bat, and then I'm like, oh my God, I just want one of those. One of those. That's all I want is one of those. And he had like a green in a 3 or something. Like that card is amazing.
I know.
Yeah, he has beast cards. They want you to crack open a 53 mantle.
If I needed to put that in a binder, I would. I prefer it in a binder
It's
than in a slab.
You got to crack 2 in a live stream. You didn't hear that?
Well, we could combine it. What you want to crack?
Yeah.
We could combine
I don't know. What else should I crack?
Let me see. I probably got some fugazis.
Hey, Rick, I want you to join on one of my future live streams, man. You would probably be a great freaking to have.
Hey, you know what? Rick is one of those dudes I want to meet at the National.
I'm meeting Rick, and I'm having a brewski or 2-ski with Rick. I want to get this guy drunk.
Not only that, Vintage Rick said he was going to buy everybody beers at the National. Don't think I forgot, Rick.
Hey, look at what Don says. We're all smoking crack.
Now, just having a little adult beverage. Just having a good time, brother. That's how we do it. This is how it would be at the National. At least I imagine, because I'm not gonna be there.
Dude, I'm getting this wet. I wanna get this out of my system, is because I might do some live streams from the Nationals. I want to do some build up for the Nationals. I want to start like getting other YouTubers on. I want to get this group tighter. I want to get us all feeling like a family. So when we go to places like the Nationals, it's just like, yo, what up? Because we're so comfortable with each other. We're so used to each other. So that's something that I really want to try to do, is to get us all really acquainted better.
That's one of the things about the last National that I went to at BBC baseball card collector Mike. He always has a party on Thursday. Me and Filmington and Eloy have a party on Friday. But when I went to his when I went to his party, we were doing card breaks. We were doing all kinds of stuff, because Blue Jacket 66 was giving away packs, like reseal packs, and he would put like vintage cards in like 87 tops. He put like a Reggie Jackson rookie. Like, it was awesome. It was truly awesome. But everybody was doing card breaks. Everybody's doing pack wars. I mean, it was a fun time. But one of the things I remember the most, like, sticks out to me, is like, every time I watch other people's videos, like, say I would watch a Jimmy Gunn's video, I would watch a BBC video, I would watch a Mike O video, I could always hear myself in the background, woo, woo. And I'm like, God, was I that annoying? I can't believe nobody told me anything.
You don't watch your own videos to see how annoying you could get?
Nice.
That's a nice one.
It's 76. I got this in a value box for $2.
Wow.
And the thing is, I bought in bulk. That's another, like I tell people all the time, buy in bulk. I mean, if you see a lot of good cards, don't be afraid to put it all together, because he had a whole bunch of Hostess cards, and if it's not Tops, this is my honey hole. If it's not Tops or one of the mainstream card companies, this is 78, I think. But I had like 10 Hostess cards and some mac and cheese ones, and he's like, some of these guys are pretty good. I'm like, yeah, that's why I want them. He's like, how about $2 a piece? Okay. And that's because I bought a whole bunch. If I would have bought one, he probably would have said $10 for the Brett, maybe both of them. But
yeah,
I mean, yeah, they're hand cut, but I mean, these cards, you ain't gonna find these cards, man.
That's what I don't get about the hand cut ones. You know what I mean? Like the Post, And like every once in a while, I'll see one that comes back when somebody tries to get it graded and it says trimmed. I was like, how is that trimmed? They're hand cut.
Yeah,
They're hand cut. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. I think if I ever was into the grading, I'll get them just authenticated because I think it'd be with SGC because I think the SGC slabs are just superior. And all these rookies who say SGC is just a fugazi don't know the history of grading because SGC was the go-to for pre-war, and they're knowledgeable to pre-war and vintage in general. But these kids only think PSA, and I guess HGA now is legitimate because they're the only ones taking cards.
So it's official. I'm arm wrestling Stoudemire. Bring it on.
What did my man say?
This is what he said right here. Pepino, if you beat me in arm wrestling, you can keep Brett slabbed.
Hey, all three of us for that green Ty Cobb.
Pepino would cheat under the table.
He'll be playing footsies. Ooh, yeah. Yours is in better condition. I like that, bro. Yeah, yours is clean. Mine's all jacked up.
All right, let me ask you a question. How do you feel about autos? Because I know you're starting to get into autographs. How do you feel about autos, Caesar? Like, would you start chasing autos when it comes to Hall of Famers?
Not really. I mentioned that one time before. Is like somebody did a response video asking, "What do you regret not doing earlier?" And it was autos. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I'm not that intrigued by autos. I admire the people who get the autos themselves.
The TTMers.
Yeah, like stuff like that. Or IP in-person autos. Those are the ones I respect the most. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry, I don't want to interrupt.
Of someone who's
2 home runs tonight. Shohei got 2 home runs tonight.
Damn.
Who's that?
Catch a base. Shohei. Showtime.
Shohei.
2 home runs tonight.
Baya just went up to 600.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Hold on till he wins MVP. Is it him or Vladdy?
No, well, the thing is, I'm gonna say Hall of Famers, not prospects.
Yeah. That's a whole different story.
I'm talking about Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
Because you're getting into Lou. You're getting into Hall of Fame.
And the reason I think we touched on that a little bit when we were talking privately on the phone, just what the market was. I mean, the market is different. It's amazing. It's night and day. But a couple months ago, I was getting, I hate to say it, discouraged because that's why I started buying like 90s basketball cards, some football cards, because all the stuff I want, like the 59 Gibson I wanted, 58 Cepeda.
Who's that?
Who's that?
Sandy Koufax.
Nice.
That's sick. Nice. But like looking at like other YouTubers, like Hall of Fame collector, some of these other people who collect autos are very underappreciated. Of course, you get an auto on a rookie card, stupid money.
Yeah.
But I mean, you get some of these Hall of Famers who are still living, and they're like $20-$30. You can get Dennis Eckersley auto all day for $15. A Blyleven, $15. Larry Walker, $15-$20. Hall of Fame autos. And, you know, I regret because I passed up on Hank Aaron. You don't realize how old some of these guys are because they've been signed for so long. And I'm like, oh, I'll get that. I get distracted very easily. It's like I'm walking, ooh, something shiny. And I'll get something else when I could have gotten a Hank Aaron all day for $100. Or like the next one's like, I had a Willie Mays auto and I traded it for like store credit because I was like, I'm just a Yankee guy. Willie Mays doesn't really do anything for me. I traded my Willie Mays photograph of the Cats for like $150 store credit because the comps on eBay were like 120, 110. So I figured my boy hooked me up for 150. He's like, he knew I was spending it in the store. It's like free money to him. So he's like, yeah, you can have $150. So I was like, but now I'm seeing autos are so undervalued. I don't know if people don't appreciate it, if they only want it on rookie cards, but you know, some of these card companies make beautiful sets, and a lot of them, like the early sets, like the early 2000s, they're all on card. Nowadays it's all sticker, but like all the early stuff, and they're cheap as hell. $40. I mean, a Vladdy auto is crazy. A Tatis auto is crazy, but you get a Hall of Famer for $15. It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, so if Vladimir Guerrero Jr. makes the Hall of Fame, is his autograph gonna drop to $10? You know what I mean?
Bro, and that auto that you got of Vladdy is a super early auto. When I saw it, I was like looking at it crooked. I started before you flipped it on the back. I think you sent me a picture on the back.
Yeah.
Bro, that auto is sick. I was gonna text him like, you want to trade? Because that shit is sick.
You got it for $4. I'll give you 6.
Yeah, I'll double your money. You talk about investment, I'll give you 10x on that one. How's $50 sound?
The reason why I was asking you guys is because in my Triple Crown collection, I have a Pedro Martinez rookie card, but his rookie cards aren't that valuable. You can get them all day for $10 raw, whatever. A 9 for 20. So then I said, you know what? It's not sexy. So I started looking at his autos, and his autos are like $120, $150, and they're not even like the hand signed ones. They're the ones. I mean, yes, they're hand signed, but they're the ones from the 2020 Transcendent or 2018 Parallel short print. And I'm like, oh my God, like, how is his auto worth more than his rookie card grade 10? Like, this makes no sense. So then I started looking at other people like Randy Johnson, and same thing. And I'm like, what the hell have I been missing on the boat here? Like, I've been chasing all these rookie cards, but autos are like going for so much for certain players, though. Yeah. You just pointed out Bert Blau, Dennis Eckersley, and some of these guys. Yeah, you can have them for $10, $15, $20.
Harold Baines, $2.
Yes, but Pedro Martinez, $120, and I was like, all right, let me start chasing them. If I could find one for like $40, $60, I guess I got to jump on it all day.
But bro, I mean, like if I go full bore into it, and I'm like, let me chase these Hall of Fame autos. That's still cheaper than a first Bowman Chrome Tatis. Is what I'm saying. I mean, Pedro is legit. Like, I did a couple of VRs, and they're talking about ultimate lineups. Who's your best pitcher? Like, I did one for Magnus. Bro, Pedro was the greatest pitcher. I mean, Randy was nice, but Pedro was a 4-year span. He was like DeGrom. DeGrom right now is sick, but Pedro was that to me when I was growing up. I mean, strike it out. What he struck out in an All-Star game? Like 6 in a row, 5 in a row. At the All-Star game, he was just, I mean, the kid could do whatever he wanted. And he talked shit and he backed it up. He was Dominican, which was a big deal to me because my mother's Dominican. I loved everything. Aside from that, he was a damn Red Sox. I hated him. But the moment he said the Yankees were my daddy, I was a fan. So, like, it doesn't.
How about when he threw Zimmer down?
Zimmer.
Zimmer charged them.
Yeah, people were pissed at Zimmer, but I'm like, look, Zimmer's still a man, and you're gonna come at. If you want to come to the grass, we'll take it to the grass. You know what I'm saying? Because kids nowadays, they don't want to fight. They want to. When I was growing up, you had words. We take it to the grass. We handle it. We go and we chill afterwards.
Yeah.
So,
like right now in the grass. What's the matter? Afraid I'm gonna kick your ass?
when I got thrown. But he's a man too. I don't care if he's 70 years old. He stepped up. He got thrown down.
He got thrown down. People act like he punched them and shit.
I think Pedro was more Olay. I mean, he didn't really do it. He was like a matador. You know what I'm saying? I don't know too many Dominican bullfighters, but golly, that's pretty much what it was. Zimmer was already on the way down, and I'm
getting a thing that my battery's about to die.
You gotta plug it in, homie. You only been going.
And it gets overheated.
We've only been going for 2 hours, bro. This is
Yeah,
every live stream.
I know. Hey, what happened? I remember you told me I just want to go for a half hour.
Yeah.
If we can do that, I'll try for a half hour.
I tried telling him, it always goes over.
Once you start, you can't stop.
And I told James, I'm like, Caesar's live streams always start the same. First off, he can't hear us. Something's always wrong with his audio. And then his battery dies. That was that earlier conversation.
I guess on the basis that your battery's gonna die and we've been on for over 2 hours, I think that's probably a good point to just say goodbye.
And my glass is empty.
Yeah, I'm on ego, so this is done.
Yeah, I'm done too, man.
Guys, thank you. Caesar, thank you for helping me out with this StreamYard. LouRok, thank you guys for joining me. Thank you everyone that watched. You guys are great. I'm gonna try to do I'm gonna do them. Yeah, and then you saw Caesar destroy a slab live.
Epic, memorable. You got to add that in the title, bro.
Stoudemire to arm wrestle, so we need to see that on the next live.
Yeah, Stoudemire said he's afraid I'm gonna break off his arm and beat him with it. No.
You want some views? Change the title to Pepino cracks slab, and Jay Stoudemire 1 breaks Pepino's arm in a future.
No,
you'll get so many. I mean, come on, man.
Jay Stoudemire breaks Pepino's arm
and beats his meat with it.
His arm.
And beats his meat with Pepino's arm.
Okay, the show has just gone off the rails. And I'm telling you, this is a future segment of Baseball Locals Forever. I'm telling you.
Jay Stoudemire puts Cesario in high heels where he belongs.
Cesario from the barrio coming back at you with another video for your.
All right, guys.
I'm out.
All right, man. Peace, everybody. Love the hobby.
Love the hobby, and I'll see some of you at the Nationals. Sorry.
Peace out.
Ciao.
Peace.